Hello, you guys. How is everybody? Y'all had to go ahead and come on early. I haven't been getting on here like I normally do because I be having so much going on and I got something to do. And so I want to go on and come on early so I won't be on late so I can still do what I need to do. Okay, you guys. Y'all know I had to come on early. I didn't come on yesterday. I have not been coming on like I normally do. Y'all know I got a lot going on, but it's a lot of good stuff going on. Next week is definitely going to be a festive week. But I think the festivities are going to start this weekend though. The festivities are going to start this weekend. What the hell? Yeah, but I got definitely before I start the second half of the semester. And so I just been scrambling, trying to make sure I got the right books and preparing. I got to go to a conference. Um, then I got something major happening, and then so I just been really busy. I've been preparing for all of that. So and working, of course. So that's why I'm on early. I know people are probably still just coming home. I just got home myself not too long ago, so Um, but I had to come on early. So y'all can just be cooking your dinner and listening to me. I'm gonna try to stay on for 2 hours, but if I don't, thank you, darling, Junior 1987. Thank you so much. Um, hey, Miss Shan, Miss Kawana. Miss V is going to come up and be a guest tonight. Okay, Miss V is coming up. She said, "Give her 20 minutes." She coming up, Miss Vanessa. So she gonna hang out with me tonight for a little while. We're gonna stay on point though. The most I'm gonna try to do 2 hours. I think that's the normal amount of time you're supposed to do, right? I think I was so upset. I got home today. Hey, Miss Teresa. And there is a department store that had their candles, like the big candles on sale, right? So I ordered like 30 something of them, different ones, and it was on a clearance. And how about when I got home, the the mailing people had just thrown the boxes out there, okay? And the majority of my candles were broken. I was hotter than fish grease. Okay, I was hotter than fish grease. I was fire engine mad. But I called them and they're going to replace every one of them. So I was like, I just know the majority of them are broken. I was so mad. He was like, well, don't worry about trying to tell me which ones are broken. We're just going to send you the whole order over. Okay, I was so mad. They just throw shit and they know it was glass. If it say fragile, I don't like people to do stuff like that. I had to clean the glass up. I was just a, ooh, child, I had turned into a sailor. I was so mad. Hey, TB21. Yeah, I missed y'all. I be missing y'all when I'm not on here. As I was saying, y'all know I've been busy. I've been trying to make sure I got the right books. Y'all know I start the second half of the semester next week. I got to go to a prosecutors investigators conference through my job, and then I got something really so big happening. Oh my God. It's not marriage. It ain't marriage. I do got me a little boo though. I like him. I like him. He be saying sometimes, baby, can you just like, I know you got to do your podcast. Can you just take a day for me and just like not do the podcast? Like just talk to me. Cause you be going so much. You be talking to me and passing all the time. You at work. I'm getting ready to pull up on somebody to take a statement. I'm getting ready to do this. Can you just talk to me all day? Yeah, he's so cute. I was like, okay, I'll do that. Hey, Island girl. Okay, you guys. I want to talk about um did Yo Gotti get away with calling a hit on Young Dolph? I want to talk about Paper Route Wu did an interview. He's got new music and stuff coming out. He's been very transparent. I want to talk about my little boy, CEO Jizzle. I kind of been watching his page. I haven't been talking about him a lot because with CEO Jizzle, when I'm from out of Memphis, okay? And so when a person is already in trouble, and I won't see CEO Jizzle do well. When you start shining a spotlight on them, that make some people in Memphis, it makes them want to have that sabotage him even more. Okay, but I think he's on his way home. Okay, so Pooh Shiesty got out. We're gonna talk about Black youngsters. Okay. Anyway, it's gonna be lighthearted. Oh, we're gonna talk about did Hernandez Govan cut Gotti. How did I word that? Did he cut him? What did Cornelius say? Um, did Hernandez Govan make a deal with Yo Gotti to cut him loose? That's what it is. Okay. I got quite a bit of topics. Normally, what I be trying to do is I would do like different videos to talk about all this stuff, but yeah, I be so pressed for time. I gotta. That's a lot of topics in one video, but we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna rock it out. And like I said, Miss V said she'll be up in 20 minutes. She coming up on the. She called me last night. She's like, "You going live tonight?" I said, "No, I ain't going live tonight." I started thinking about. I was like, "Should I go live tonight?" She's like, "Yeah, because if you was going live, I was gonna come up there." So I started thinking about. I was like, "Okay." I sometimes I be doing a lot of work at home. I was like, dog, I need to do some work at home. And then I gotta make time for my little friend too. So I called her back. I was like, how about I'll be mentally prepared to go live tomorrow. She's like, okay, cool. That's even better. So she gonna come up. I don't know what she wants to get off her chest, but she just called out the blue. She said, whatever she got to get off her chest, she can get off today. Okay. Anyways, you guys, what I'm gonna talk about is okay. So Paper Route Wu did an interview. Okay, I was looking at the interview today. I know people be saying she always talking about she got friends. It ain't nothing wrong with having friends. A girl, child, y'all. Just because you have friends don't mean you messing around with them. I mean, it don't mean that. You could be talking to somebody. I promise to God, women talk to folks and they'll swear that they messing with them. Although this one, I will mess with. I will. He fine. Okay. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He fine. I will when the time is right. If we get to that point. Now he's one I don't mind. Okay. I just had to put that out there because I'm 40, so I'm grown. Okay. I'm an open book, child. This said V is funny. Said V is a funny lady. She cried. Yeah, she a funny lady. I don't know if she had been drinking a little bit because she called me out the blue, bestie. Y'all know how her voice is, bestie. You won't lie. She get to drinking and thinking. I said, no, why? What's going on? Oh, okay. I said, you going live? Nah, I was gonna get on your live. I had some stuff to get off my chest. Oh my God. Anyways, you guys. So Paper Route Wu did an interview, okay? And I want to, you know what? I think that I'm really proud of Paper Route Wu and them. They're continuing on with Young Dolph's legacy. I haven't really been on here to talk about that, okay? Because I've been having so much going on, but they're continuing on with his legacy. I think they're doing a darn good job. Hey, even with them taking out Young Dolph, they had to take him out because, as I always say, they was after the vision, right? It wasn't necessarily Young Dolph, it was the vision that they were so jealous of and what he had the tenacity to bring to fruition. Because as I said, Yo Gotti didn't go up. I mean, folks knew him, but he didn't really go up, okay, until after Young Dolph was killed. That's a story right there all by itself, right? And so the reason we know that, look at what they went, and if they had money like that, why they didn't get no professional hitmen, okay? You know, I'm with Mr. N on that one. You know, he was really he was known, but he was not out there like that. Like he wasn't having all of those things that Young Dolph was having, which is why he was mad. I think like that $100 million deal and stuff that came right around the time that Young Dolph was killed. Okay, so, I mean, it kind of lets you know this is why they had such a tenacity, such a hard on for taking Young Dolph out. That right there is a story within itself. He goes up after Young Dolph is killed. He really goes up after he's killed. I think that's a story by itself too. But hey, God is still in control. Okay, God gonna get to the bottom of all of this, and God has His people every single where. Okay, and so, um, hey, I've been watching this for 4 years. Okay, I've been watching it for 4 years. It's a lot of stuff I've said. It's a lot of stuff that I don't say, but I won't be saying you know, like as vocal as I was and just blurting stuff out and like that, like I've been in the past. I can't do that no more. Okay, but I still can voice a whole lot of stuff. Okay, just like you can't. Anyways, so but okay, yet and still the vision that they was after, he built a solid foundation, because the foundation that he built, the young men are still eating off of that. Okay, they are still eating off of that. And he left a legacy for his son and all of that. It's a darn shame that this man had to die, because some people wanted some money, some people wanted some drugs, some people wanted to become famous, and some people just was mad and jealous. Okay, and but I think it goes far beyond that, that jealousy too. Okay, because you think about it, I've always said he went up after Young Dolph was killed. But that means that why, you know, he started getting those loans. So were there other people that was involved? See, I don't really believe in conspiracy theories. I've worked for the police departments and stuff for too long to get caught up. It's a lot of stuff that I peep, but if I start talking about it, people are way out there. Okay, they like way out there. They way out this world. Yeah, because you know such and such. They'll just get carried away. So it's a lot of stuff that I don't say because I don't want people to. I can't get into that conspiracy stuff. My nerves and stuff is real, real bad. Okay. So, but I mean, I did peep that. I'm not gonna go as far as saying Jay-Z was involved, although I don't know. Okay, because what I was told was that um when and see, y'all have to understand, okay, like everybody in Memphis knows somebody. Okay, they know each other or they know somebody, and so it's not hard for to know somebody in Memphis that communicates with somebody that could have some that communicates with somebody in Yo Gotti's camp. It ain't it. I mean, I'm not one of those ones though. Let me just put this into the atmosphere that tries to creep around his camp to try to find out information. I don't, because I don't give a damn about him like that. Okay, so I'm not one of those ones. But it's not hard to know somebody that you can talk to that say, oh yeah, you know, such and such, such and such, and they said this and that. Okay. You hope not what, Marcus? What you talk about, darling? Cause I done said so much. What you talking about? What you hope not? Cause I be going a mile a minute, child. Tell me what you talk about. And so, anyways, um, but what I was now supposedly, when allegedly when his brother was taken out, some people were saying supposedly Jay Z had said supposedly said some stuff to Yo Gotti. Oh, okay, you just got on. Okay, honey. Um, Yo Gotti about he get away or something like that. I don't know. Well, I do know, but I don't even feel like getting into it because the person might not want me to. I'm not gonna say that. Okay. And so, anyways, um, so but like I said, it's not hard to know. Okay. But if I guess if you wanted to know, because people talk, they want folks to know. Well, I talked to this person. I know somebody in the inside. I know this. I know that, and they talks because they want for people to know that they know. And one thing about Memphians, if you tell one person, you might as well tell everybody in Memphis because it spreads like a wildfire. Okay. But like I said, but I peeped that. I saw where Yo Gotti seemed to have gone up when Young Dolph was assassinated. Now, I will say this, and this has stayed on my brain. I don't know if they're doing anything about it. I don't know. So I can't I'm getting ready to say something, but I cannot answer. You know, when people say, what are they doing? I don't know. Okay. I can't answer that because I don't know. But what I do know is that what somebody did tell me in the Young Dogs investigation, it they I think the reason that is so perpetual because I do believe, just like Paper Raul said, they working. Okay, now they got some MPD officers, these new ones. They ain't, they I don't know these new officers. Okay, I don't know nothing about them. Okay, other than they need to learn how to investigate, and they need to, probably need to. They could be taught the law some. Okay, but I'm really familiar with the old heads. Okay, that's who I work with. That's who I worked around, and a lot of them are starting to retire out. A lot of them are retiring, and they're being hired at the DA's office. Okay, but I forgot what I was getting ready to say. I probably didn't need to say it anyways. I was getting ready to tell y'all some, y'all. That's my brain be going a mile a minute. I forgot what this is what I was getting ready to tell y'all. That they told me that they within the investigation they found out who wanted Young Dolph gone, and they found out who wanted him gone. Some they were able to figure out, even I guess, but they couldn't get the proof. I guess they haven't gotten the proof at this point because I don't. If you ask now, this is my opinion. Nobody has told me this. I would, if you ask me if it's over, I would say no. Okay, but they found out who there were people that wanted Young Dolph dead. Some they found out why. Some they was trying to establish at some point. I don't know what's going on with that now. Don't ask me. I don't know. They some that they found out that was involved in this that wanted them gone. They were still at one point. Now this been a while ago trying to establish why they wanted him dead. Okay. So when I say stuff, I don't just be pulling stuff out my ass. I'm in the streets. Fuck you. You don't know nothing about what goes on in an investigation. Excuse my French. You don't know who I know and who I talk to, and I rocks with who I talk to. Okay, or who I've talked to. Excuse my French, but I have to put that out there like that. Okay. I don't have to be in the streets. That's why they come to my page and they got me on notifications because they know if I say it, that's what it is. Okay. They don't care about what's said in the streets. They care about whatever I decide to put out on my channel. Okay, that's what they care about. That's why they got their ass in the bushes right now. And so with me saying that, okay, they know I'm telling the truth. Okay, now excuse my French. Okay, y'all know I ain't been on here. I got a lot of energy today. Okay, but I have to put that because I get tired of people coming to my comments. You ain't in the streets. F you, bitch. Why you in my channel? Okay, if my channel don't mean nothing, I ain't got no juice. Why you got your pissy ass over here? We could do without you. Take your energy and go play in some damn traffic. Okay, go play in the middle of Germantown Parkway. Okay, go play in the middle of Airways and Park. Those intersections like that, go play there. Take your ass out there in the street and play and get out my damn bushes, okay? Because we got stuff to talk about over here, right? Anyways, y'all, so Paper Route Wu, okay, does an interview. And so I'm really proud of Paper Route Wu, how they continue on. I told y'all Paper Route Wu was very underrated, okay? He was very underrated. And as he said, he didn't seem to be extremely I think it took a lot out of them when Young Dolph passed away. Well, not passed away. I don't like to say passed away. He was assassinated. I'd like for people to know that somebody interrupted his life. Passing away means somebody died of natural causes. No, that was a young, vibrant man that a bunch of damn people decided to interrupt his life. They decided to play God, and God won't be mocked. Whatever man soweth, that's just what they're gonna reap. Okay, they're gonna get that back. Okay, and so, anyways, let's listen to a little bit of what Paper Route Wu said, and he didn't really have anything bad to say. And I kind of listened to the whole interview. I don't think he even addressed anything about Govan. Okay. What he did do was he talked about them shooting him. He said it happened the exact way that Cornelius said that it happened. Okay. And y'all, if I came out vulgar, y'all forgive me, because y'all know I've been in prayer and stuff. God been doing so many great things for me. I be hating the cuss. I forget my mama be in the bushes sometimes. My mama made me cry when she told me she heard me cussing and stuff on here one time. And that's another reason why I was like, I can't, that's not my energy, because I ain't no real big cusser. I knows how to cuss because I grew up in the hood, but y'all, I'm okay. Let's hear what he got to say.
If you don't got to come out the house, don't do it.
Yeah, this would be the time to lay low type shit.
He's talking about the National Guard now.
You saw what they did in DC.
But Trump making a statement right now, though, that shit, as long as he needs them to be there, they gonna be there. They on nigga ass right now. Homeland Security, ATL, LBI. They even got wildlife resources down, man. They ain't going up.
What is wildlife resources?
I don't even goddamn know. But Memphis is the wildlife.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I don't know why they got I don't know why they got wildlife resources, but they did say a zebra was.
Trump, first he was
they caught a wild zebra running in Memphis. What in the hell a zebra doing out in Memphis?
Your reaction? What was the city's reaction too at that time, man?
Shit, the city was just taking that shit as a joke, bro. They was taking that shit as a joke until the state troopers eased on there. Like they tripled the state troopers that was in. Now they quadrupled. Like they sent like 500 state troopers to the city. But they once they started sending state troopers, I guess they figured this shit wasn't a game no more. And then just this week, he just deployed everybody else. So shit.
You think they can actually clean up the city this way, man?
They cleaned it up.
They did clean it up, is what you said.
They cleaned it up right there. Oh yeah, they cleaned it up for sure.
So do you feel like that's good for the city, or is that bad since everyone's getting locked up probably for some crazy ass shit, man?
Bro, it's good, but then again it's bad, but then again it's good. Cause it ain't nothing but the young niggas down there causing all this shit. Like, it's the young niggas. That ain't. Niggas my age, we laid back. We did this shit, but we
Hey,
ain't doing how they
Micah.
doing this shit. But it's the young niggas though,
Hey,
they
Miss Muffin. JR
catching on to
1980
this shit.
Tyranny,
You feel what I'm
Teresa.
saying?
Why do you feel like the new generation is so wild? We hear that. I hear that from basically every artist in their city. Doesn't matter what city it is. They say this new generation's more fucked up than ever, man.
They ain't got no guidance. Shit, they ain't got no guidance. They don't think fat meat greasy. You feel me? We already had the fat meat, and we know it's greasy. You feel me? Yeah, these young niggas, man, these days, I don't know, bro. They fucked up. Yeah, they fucked up.
Now, do you feel like it's a lack of guidance, or they're not even listening to any type of advice that you guys want to give them?
Some of them listen, but they'll just catch on too late. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they listen, but they'll catch on too late. By the time they catch on, the shit down there, oh, well, it's finna be over. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, they'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think Memphis will look like a year from now? Will it be back to the same old bullshit it's been?
Yeah. Memphis been on bullshit since bullshit begun. Yeah, I mean, it just get worse over the generations. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
no, that's true.
It just get worse, and that's for like every city. It just get worse for the generations. The new generations coming up, they invent too much shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like back then, I ain't have all this shit, so they couldn't. You feel me? We ain't have all this shit, but we had some shit. You feel me? These young niggas got a lot of shit. You feel what I'm
Let's
saying?
forward it to when he talking about when
putting together this project, man. We only got 9 songs. What was the reason behind the 9? And with the idea, what's his reaction when you tell him what you got planned for the video?
Shit, you tell grown, like, you know, I think I can do it. Shit, all right, say that. That's the objective.
hold on, y'all. I don't know what happened. Hold on, just give me a second. Be hating when that happens. Let's see.
Like, so you play that motherfucker, let nigga hear that motherfucker, that shit hard. But I've been holding that shit for a minute though. There's a lot of shit I've been holding for a minute. Yeah.
Now we gotta talk about the music video, because this shit's been going crazy since you put this one together, man. First off, like when you step the Grove with the idea, what's his reaction when you tell him what you got planned for the video?
Shit, you tell grown, like, you know, I'm with it. Like, I'm with it. I'm finna put a little we finna turn this bitch up real quick. I'm with it 100%. Feel what I'm saying? So that's his reaction. He like, no, grow, just ready to do this shit. Feel what I'm saying?
Nope. And the part he played, like, this is a true story. Like, we heard this shit during court. Like, there's no cap in this shit, too.
No cap. There ain't no cap in this shit. Like, that's how the shit happened, but that's how this shit happened. But I ain't no buddy gun jam. My gun ain't jam. But this is exactly how this shit happened. Exactly how he said it in court. Walking past, I was coming down, and I was going to my car. They got the shoes. We shot back, had them bobbing and weaving. Shit, it was bro. You know what I'm saying?
And so, like, at that time, because you walked out of the house with the gun in your hand, like,
For sure.
what was going on that had you walking like that? Like, you was prepared for some shit. Almost like you knew some shit was going on.
That's how you got to be on point around that motherfucker. You got to be ready.
That's true.
At all times, you feel me? Like, I was usually walking out the house with 2 guns. You feel me? Big gun, little gun. But so happened that day, I think I was just gonna run somewhere real quick. You feel what I'm saying? So.
How do you think it would have played off how it would have played out if you didn't have the gun on you?
Shit would have played out. I would have just had to go, shit,
Run back inside and grab it?
Hell nah, ain't no run back inside once they shoot. Ain't no nigga think go in the house, unlock the door. You got to go and get up out of there. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas been in a shootout, niggas know. So you gotta get up out of there. If I ain't have no gun, you gotta get up out. What can I do? You feel? I ain't the Matrix. I can't die. You feel? So you gotta just get behind cover, go, you know? Shit.
And what do you think would have happened if his gun didn't jam like he said it did?
Same shit. I would have got off. It still would have been bobbing and ducking and bobbing with you. Yeah. For sure. For sure. Hey.
And I saw you said that you called the police, and a lot of people agreed with it. But of course, there's some people online that said you shouldn't have called the police, man. How do you react to that?
Niggas ain't got no houses and cars and shit. And you feel me? Like, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You feel what I'm saying? And some bystander might could have got hit. I ain't no feeling, bro. So shit, it don't be that. You feel me? Take care of your business, but I ain't tripping though. Like, I ain't say nothing. Oh shit, I was just wrong. You feel me? So I realized it wasn't really shit. Like, they fucked the nigga car up and hit a nigga house, but she's all good. Got nothing to say, it's just wrong. You feel what I'm saying? We back on it. You feel what I'm saying? Insurance. All it is, precautions, you gotta make sure, you feel me? Because you gotta think about it, was a lot of shots.
Oh, yeah.
Right, it was done that over like 40, 50 shots. You feel what I'm saying? It was over that many. You feel what I'm saying? So shit, I ain't no rat. I ain't never been in jail to even make no statement on nobody. So shit, they say what they want to say.
Yeah, it's better be safe than sorry, man. It's like, you know, dot your I's, cross your T's type shit. You know what I'm saying?
If they know, they know. But
because they was probably going to come question you anyway about this shit.
Some niggas ain't grown enough, mature enough for this shit. Yeah, like 9 times out of 10 they would have. You feel? Like, because they were trying to get in contact with me about some whole other shit. Then another shooting happened. Then I jumped out the car and just left my fingerprints on the shit. You feel what I'm saying? They was talking about that in the trial. Like, they came to a nigga house and all this shit. Like, they be on the business and shit. I don't think the police ain't on the business. Fingerprints and shit, all that shit. They work, but shit is what it is.
Yeah, what's your reaction when you start hearing your name brought up so many times during this trial, too, man?
They trying to juice me up. Like, that's all I would think. They trying to juice me up. They putting the world in my business. And they just, I wasn't thinking nothing of it. Shit, police say my name like that, but they ain't do nothing but juice me up.
I was going to say, low key kind of turned you up.
Yeah, I was already turned to a dang low key.
But it's like to a bigger audience, though.
They just let the world know that I ain't going for nothing. You feel me? That this shit can go down wherever it wants. It can go down there. You feel me? It can go down wherever. That's all they let the world know. He ain't playing. He gonna fight it out. 100%.
Yeah. And, you know, during the trial, it came out that there was a bounty on your head, too. Like, were you aware of that prior to it?
Mm-hmm. You know, street talk. You know what I'm saying? All about how you move and shit. It was all good. That's why I come out the house with that file in my arm, my hand. You feel what I'm saying? Now you put them pieces together. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, that's why they did. Yeah.
Did you know the amount or anything, or did it?
Nah, I just knew it was a bounty. But yeah, what it is.
It came out like you had like the highest bounty, you know, after Dolph too. Shit, crazy.
So now you know. All I can tell you.
And then you hear academics bringing you up during his podcast and everything, man. What'd you think of that shit?
Academics a fan of me. Academics a fan of me. Hit me up, nigga. He a fan of me. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk about Abracadabra because this shit's been going crazy.
Okay, shout out to Paper Route Woo. He got an album coming out. I think it's called Abracadabra. Hey, Anthony. I think it's called Abracadabra. What's up, Cypress? Hey, Miss Muffin. Make sure y'all go run Woo up. Okay, they ran him up already. I told y'all he was one of Paper Route's best kept secrets. He's, very talented and all that. But they had a bounty on his head. Like the guy said, they saying that it was like the next highest, like next to Young Dolph. Young Dolph was tall. Paper Route Woo tall. It's something about the tall guys they be wanting to knock down. I don't know what it is. Don't get me started. Okay, I'm just trying to get through this video. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do before I don't want to put my energy into going in on them about certain stuff about what I think. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. If y'all haven't hit the like button, please do hit the like button. Okay. Right quick, I want to talk about Derrick Groves. That was the young man that was one of the young men that had broke free out of New Orleans. Now that's been some months ago. He stayed out for a long time. They're saying, okay, so the album is called Slime Dunkin'. Okay, so Abracadabra must be one of the songs on there. His album is called Slime Dunkin'. Make sure y'all go pick up Woo's album. Okay, we support Woo. Okay, we support him over here. He's one of the best kept secrets. As I said, I don't know what it is about the tall guys that they want to knock down. Sometimes when men are short, they have a complex. They be wanting to be wishing they was tall. I don't know if people made fun of them for being short. They have that real short. I'm talking about when they're real short. And but that's just pure hate when you want to kill anything that's tall, because I guess they feel like women are, I don't know, they feel like women might be more attracted to tall guys or something like that. I don't know. But that's a sickness to want to kill, to knock down everything that's tall. Let's look at this for right quick, y'all. Find an escapee from New Orleans. Y'all, this is him right here. Got him.
Our SWAT team with all this training. Our SWAT team with all this training and experience, they were able to bring him out. We deployed a number of canisters of gas to help move him throughout the house.
Okay, you guys. They're saying that he was in Atlanta. Hold on one second. They're saying that he was in Atlanta. It says the last of the 10 inmates accused of escaping from a New Orleans city jail earlier this year by climbing through a hole behind a toilet has been captured. Derrick Groves, a convicted unaliver, was taken back into custody on October 8th in Atlanta, Georgia, nearly 5 months after his escape from the New Orleans Parish Prison. The Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office and District Attorney's Office said in a statement, Groves was captured following a standoff at a residence in Southwest Atlanta. Officials say Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry celebrated Groves' capture in his post on X, thanking the federal, state, and local enforcement officials who worked tirelessly to put each of these men back where they belong, behind bars. Let me be very clear. When someone escapes our custody, we will not stop until they are found, says Sheriff Susan Hudson. For nearly 5 months, law enforcement across multiple states worked tirelessly to bring Groves back into custody. I want to thank the Atlanta Police Department, the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, the U.S. Marshals, and our own OPSO fugitive apprehension team for the relentless pursuit. Okay, so here's the thing: somebody told where he was at. Okay, they went and got him after they was told. That boy was well put up. I don't believe he was going out nowhere. I don't believe he was seen out nowhere. I don't believe it. I believe he was put up in that home and somebody got wind of it and told where he was at. I think that's what it was. And so how they was able to move him out of there, I guess he was in there by himself. They started to I told you all that they have equipment where they can see through houses. They had that equipment shit back in 2000 when I started working for the police department, where they could sit at the corner, but the FBI had it at the corner of your street and point the whatever it is, I forget what it's called, at your house and look straight through your damn brick house. They blew my mind. So y'all heard them say that they was able to get him to move in throughout the house by they could see through the house and they could see his movement and stuff. And so they would throw gas wherever they saw him moving to. I mean, that gas was choking him up until they made him run out of the house, right? They said we got him moving throughout the house until he had to come out the door. Either that or suffocate. That gas, he couldn't inhale that gas like that. Yeah, he said, Fritz says he was found here in Southwest Atlanta. Yeah, so somebody had to have told on him because he was not like the other guy. He wasn't like the other guy. He definitely went incognito. So I'm thinking that somebody told on him. I mean, that's what had to happen. They had no idea where he was at. Okay. So, yeah. So I don't know what to say about that. I forget what his charges was. He stayed out longer because he knew how to go incognito and not throw in the people's faces that that they had escaped. They wouldn't have even been looking for those guys like that, I don't believe, if the other damn fool had not been taking video and posting it, showing he was swimming and having fun and call himself gonna plead his case and stuff. You don't do stuff like that. They could have escaped if he had not been pushing it in the public's face. Hell, they would have got on doing something else. And if we catch him, we catch him. Okay, but when he started doing that, it was almost like we gotta catch him now. Okay, so anyways, on to the next subject. Okay, hey, I don't know what to say about that. He's back in custody. I'm sure. Thank you, Island Girl, for the $10 super sticker. I appreciate that so much. I'm sure that they're going to attach on more time. Okay. I'm sure they're gonna attach on more time. Hold on one second. Okay, y'all. Pooh Shiesty is out of jail. Okay, Pooh Shiesty is out of jail. And I was reading somewhere that Big 30 pulled up on him, supposedly with like what 200,000 or something like that. Hold on one second. I want to pull it up. Okay. They said that his mother was seen with Big 30. Now, they've definitely been anticipating. Hold on. Pooh Shiesty getting out. Okay. I'm going to follow him. He got 3 million followers and he has not made a post yet. Okay. Let me see if he's going to be on. What's the name of Big 30's page? I used to look at Big 30's page a lot. I have not had the opportunity to look at Big 30's page. I ain't even looked at Homie G page. What's the name of Big 30's Instagram, y'all. What's the name of 30's Instagram? Is it 30 Water or something? What they call it? What's let me see, Big 30. Okay, I think I found it. CEO Big 30. I think I found it. He ain't got a damn thing on his page either. Okay, here it is. I found it.
Time I was just sitting back plotting to take over the globe. Boogers falling out my car.
It was we on. It was me and my twin on. We on, sight. We on. Fuck you talking about? You look for it? Look for a Rari. Fuck you talking about? Big brother, nigga. They don't get no bigger than this shit, nigga. And we got the, hey, hold on, man. Fuck you talking about? And we'll go break out 3M right now. Right now, Satellite. Break out 3M. What's up now, Satellite? Fuck you talking about? This ain't even half the fleet. Look, bro, what you got going?
Okay, so he seemed to be mellowed out. He's back. I hope that, Pooh Shiesty, I don't know if he's still on paper. People have been anticipating him getting out. I hope he don't be on no mess. Whatever it was that Big 30 is on, because I hate to say it. For some reason, I like Big 30, though. I have a little soft spot for him, and I be wanting to see Big 30 do well, but Big 30 is not... Big 30 don't know how to stay out of trouble. And it seems to me like the people around him. Well, let me rephrase that. I won't say that he don't know how to stay out of trouble. I think when he got into that situation, the beef with Moneybagg, trying to be loyal to Moneybagg, that was just a lose-lose situation, right? The trouble tend to have just been attached to him at that point. He jumped in something, he gained enemies, and then he had it on both ends. Then the person that he jumped into the beef for, trying to be loyal to, turned enemy on him too. So it just seemed like he was caught up in a whole lot of stuff. But I hope that Shiesty stays out. He do his thing. He got to know the people watching him, because they be, they be on 30. Okay. So Big 30 is probably pretty hot, and so he just got out. He probably still on paper. You think that Moneybagg situation opened Big 30 eyes? Yeah, me too, Mojo. I would say that. I think that Big 30, this is probably why, because I don't think Big 30 would have just been in no beefs with the people that he was in a beef with, because I remember before all of this stuff, before Dolph was killed and all that, he did that interview with Talifaro, and he was asking him about rappers in South Memphis. And I heard Big 30 say that he messed with Dolph, he messed with Key Glock, and he mentioned, he was like, Black Youngster from South Memphis. He said, yeah, Black Youngster. He's from like the other side of South Memphis. So I don't see that he was in no beef or anything like that. I think when Newski had lost his life, it really hurt Big 30 a whole lot. It's obvious. He probably started taking more Percocets, because, I mean, hey, I wanted to see, and I remember I said, like, when Big 30 had first signed with Moneybagg and stuff, when you see Big 30, he would be smiling, his eyes would light up. His eyes and stuff would light up. And I remember looking, I was like, when that little boy smiled, his eyes and stuff light up. I hope that he does not take, because Moneybagg got dark eyes. You could look at him and tell he's kind of like on the same thing that Gotti is on. Don't give a damn about nobody. So he has a darkness about his eyes. Moneybagg is talented, but he's got a darkness about him. I've watched people's eyes to read them quite a bit. And so the next thing you know, you start seeing Big 30, it's like he had a dark cloud over him. He better be thanking God, because I really believe he had death on him. Okay. I think after Newski had lost his life, unfortunately, lost his life, Big 30 didn't care no more. Okay. I think he started doing drugs. You just saw it, right? It opened his eyes. He peeped from the very start that Moneybagg didn't give a damn. Moneybagg and them ought to be ashamed of themselves. They should really be ashamed of themselves. Newski and them, I know they were grown, and but these were young men that they could have easily introduced. They supposed to have been introducing them if they could. Moneybagg, an artist himself, he ain't even had no damn business trying to sign 30. He ain't had no money to get to him. Okay? They raking his ass over the coal. What can he give an artist other than a hard time? Okay? See, people be getting mad when I say stuff like that, but somebody got to say it. Hell, it's the truth. Okay? He probably do more for his cousin, because the other little boy is his cousin. Homie G. Okay? And I like Homie G. But Homie G is his cousin, so he might, he got a little bit more loyalty to us. You see, he didn't put his cousin in the midst of that stuff. He looked at 30 in them as being his crash dummies. He ought to be ashamed of his French fry head ass self, okay? I'm talking about them damn tweets and shit he had on his head. He ought to be ashamed of himself. He didn't put his cousin in because he cares about his cousin. He loves his cousin. He grew up with him. He gave no damns about 30 and Newski and them. So here's the thing, okay? Newski needs to get away from head. I mean, not Newski, but 30 need to get away from head in them, because their loyalty is to Moneybagg, I think. All right. I think if they would have had to choose, they was gonna choose Moneybagg. But see, head, I had already said on my show, because I believe that when that stuff was going on with Moneybagg and 30, remember what I was talking about it all the time? I got on here, so let me tell you something. Head, we watching your ass. Okay, you better not let anything happen to neither. You better not be having them boys over there killing each other, because don't nobody benefit but the damn music company, the record company. I'm sure they got insurance on both of them, but Moneybagg bring them more money, so 30 would have been more expensive. But we let them know, we watching y'all ass, okay? Nothing better not happen to 30, okay? So even though they be mad at the vlogs, I think the vlogs has helped to keep a lot of these dudes alive, because we pay close attention to this stuff, okay? Mojo says, just like working for a company and you over there doing all the hard, dirty work nobody want to do. Then the boss man promote his little nephew who don't do anything. So everyone gonna feel some type of way. Yeah. Yeah. And if you ask me, 30 was making more noise than Homie G. Nothing against Homie G, but 30 was making more noise than Homie G. Okay, it's probably because of his age range and all of that. He probably was more tapped in the streets with the little dudes that had a lot more little loyalty to him and stuff. So, hey, both of them. I'm listen. I can say this. I'm proud of 30 and Homie G. I don't like to be playing these dudes against each other like that. Both of them got good music. It's acquired by some of the same people and different people. Okay. But yeah, I think it did open up 30's eyes. I didn't know 30 was as young as he was, because I was going hard on his butt too until I found out he was around the same age as my kids. And so I was like, well, I can't talk about him that bad, because these kids they're young adults. And these older dudes, Moneybagging them in their 30s, got in their 40s and stuff, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. These kids be wanting a different type of life. Okay, they be wanting a different life. And instead of them helping them, I mean, they help them to crash out. And I think that's messed up, okay? They help them to crash out. But anyway, Pooh Shiesty is home. Okay. And hey, hopefully he stays out of trouble. He stays out of trouble. He stay into the music. He don't need to get into no beefs. 30, whatever beef you get in, don't mention Pooh Shiesty's name. Because remember when he was into a Moneybagg, he told Moneybagg, Pooh Shiesty said you was a hoe ass nigga. He never liked you. It's time out for all that crazy stuff. Let the man make his money, and because Moneybagg ain't doing nothing anyways. Okay. And y'all make y'all money and just stay out of trouble, stay out of jail, and all that good stuff. Okay. Y'all hit the like button. Okay. They messing with my numbers, but let me just tell these people something that mess with my numbers. Okay. F you. These numbers don't make me no difference. I got my core people in here. Y'all need YouTube to make a motherfucking living, not me. Okay, I get on here because I want to, and I enjoy being on here. That's the difference between me and y'all. It's something wrong with you bitches anyways to be on here messing with numbers, okay? You need to go check yourself into a damn crazy house, okay? It's too many damn people running a loose off of their meds on YouTube. Anytime you mess with folks' numbers, that's all you got to do. It's something wrong with you. But them numbers don't make or break me. Okay, just keep playing. Keep your finger in your ass. Okay, twiddling in your ass and messing with the numbers. Okay, because that's what you do. Okay. Anyways, Mojo says sometimes Leos got to remind folks. That's right, Mojo. And I'm a Leo. Okay, who has a better heart than me? I'm a giver. I'm loyal, but I got to tell you about yourself, but I'm gonna tell you in love. I can't hang around people where I have to bite my tongue. That's not my type of crowd. But I can tell it's not what you say, it's how you say it. I work hard so I don't have to kiss nobody's ass. Okay. Assing ain't in my diet plan. I don't know none of these rappers, but what I see is nobody tells the truth. People always walking around the damn truth. If I walk around the truth, maybe I can get them on my show. I don't give a damn if they don't never come on my show. Maybe they can run into this vlog and listen to some damn truth. Obviously, they making money, so everybody wants some crumbs. So ain't nobody gonna tell them the truth. Okay? Lord, thank you, Lord. Who else was I going to talk about? Y'all know Gotti is the coup de grace. So that's the last thing I'm going to talk about because y'all know I'm going in. I'm flat foot going in on that one. So I'm trying to get everybody else out the way. What else was on the agenda? Y'all help me out. Hold on, I wrote out an agenda. Let's see who else I'm going to talk about before I get into quitting Gotti. Hold on. I ain't been on here in a few days. Yeah. My little son, CEO Jizzle, okay? CEO Jizzle. Y'all know that CEO Jizzle, I always had a soft spot for him. I know people talk about, well, Jizzle into this and that. I don't believe Jizzle did those things, okay? I didn't see him do it. So when folks say, well, you always going easy on CEO Jizzle and he a demon, he do it. I ain't see him do it. So if I ain't see it, as far as I'm concerned, it didn't happen. Okay. I believe they lying on him. Okay. That's what I believe. And so they got him violated. Okay. I think that's what happened. I believe I pulled up what was going on with Jizzle. I think Jizzle was on paper. And they was trying to get BEO Lil Kenny. Y'all saw I pulled that up. That was public. Somebody was calling and saying that CEO Jizzle had guns. I mean, not Jizzle, but BEO Lil Kenny had guns in his car. That was on the damn federal site. A month before Stupid Dude was picked up. That in that June, somebody was calling saying BEO Lil Kenny reaching out to the feds saying he was on paper and he had weapons in his car. That's why they was pulling him over. Okay. Remember, I read that. Okay. That's public. It's on a public site. Okay. So I ain't pulling up nothing from, I ain't supposed from systems that I wasn't supposed to pull it up from. That was a public situation. Okay. And so, but anyways, they be so jealous of these little dudes. But anyways, CEO Jizzle says that he's going to be home really soon. I think I pulled up some time ago. I can't remember. I have so much going on. I think CEO Jizzle was still, he was out on bond. And I believe what they did was they did something and got his bonds revoked or something like that. He had to go serve that time. And then in the process, they started people started snitching on him, and they started trying to indict him or something for some more stuff. Folks started telling on him. Okay. Somebody was doing it. I don't know who it was, but let's look at his page. Okay. He said that he'll be home really soon. Okay. And we praying for Jizzle, because Jizzle is the next star to come up out of Memphis. Okay. He's a born star. These folks be so jealous when these kids are handsome and cute, and they know that they can go up, because they know the young ladies around their age, they'll come out in droves to come and see these damn kids. These old ass ninjas be jealous of these damn kids. They done had their time. They old crusty asses still be all up on stage, trying to throw up gang signs. That's creepy. Don't no damn body want to see no old ass ninja throwing up gang signs, got diabetes, glaucoma, arthritis all in his fingers, talking about he a gang member. That is creepy. Okay. So what they do is they try to stop these kids like CEO Jizzle from going up. Okay. Let's see. Let's pull this up. Does Jizzle is this his page? And then everything is not bad either. Sometimes God have to hide some of these folks that's got a mandate on their life. Y'all know I get to preaching. When you have a calling and a mandate on your life, and God wants to use you to bless your family, and you out here in the fast lane doing something that's going to crash you out, God would sit your behind down somewhere so that you can recharge and regroup. Okay? Recharge and regroup. I think that's what's happening with Jizzle, because I mean, he ain't get ready to go do no whole lot of time. I'm telling you that right now, he getting out. Okay? So whoever it was that was telling, they could have kept it. But let's look at this, y'all. Quit if you in here. Because see, I'm going to tell you something. Quit. Leave these damn kids alone, because Quit got it bad about wanting to go up, mess with these kids that's too young for him to be going back and forth with. CEO Jizzle is a damn child. So if they try to send you out to mess with him, you need to sit your ass down somewhere. Okay? All right, y'all. Let's look at this.
Grew apart, but that's just the way it is, baby boy. All the neighbors damn.
Jizzle says, "Mama, I'm a star. Look at your baby." And he is a star. Okay. This says, "Laugh out loud. They thought you was gone. You finna come right back. I told you, boy. Real ninjas always prevail. God got us, baby boy. CEO Jizzle. Okay. Love you. He's on the way. Time rolling. I'm gonna look on the public site to see how much time he got left." Okay. It says, Pooh Shiesty's attorneys speak out after the rapper was released from prison. Jizzle says, "Federal property for a minute, but I'll be back in a second. Feds think they knocked me off. Whole time they bless me." Okay.
Ever since he wasn't young and got
okay. That ain't nothing but a little setback. God saved him from getting himself killed, okay, or going to jail for life. Okay, that ain't nothing. He just recharging and regrouping. Okay. God is regrouping him and recharging him so that he can reset him. That's it. It's just a reset. Holiday Track says not throwing gang signs with. You know what they say when they have diabetes, it makes their fingers stiff. That arthritis do too. He said not throwing gang signs with diabetes in his fingers. Oh my God! I think that he was on paper and he got violated. That's what I think. And then I think folks started trying to tell I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna look it up again. I looked it up before, I just forgot. She said, "Oh, hey Tashawn." Vanessa said she was getting ready to come up. By the time she come up, she wanted me to wait so she could talk about Black Youngster them. So I'm gonna end up, because I've been on like over. I said I was gonna stay on 2 hours. I'm over an hour already. I'm getting ready to call her because I'm trying to wait to talk about it. Let me call her right quick, y'all. Hold on. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, all right. Okay, y'all. She correct. So I'm getting ready to get on now. Okay, we'll see. Anyway, so I guess I can go ahead and start. She'll jump on when she jump on, because I got it. I got some more things I got to do too. I can't be on too long. I wanted to also talk about. Let me go back and look at my agenda. Did Yo Gotti get away? Let's talk about that first, okay? And then we're gonna talk about did Quick cut him loose, like Cornelia said, okay? Okay, so did Yo Gotti get away? I know a lot of people been talking about that. You know, I don't talk about that as much anymore. And I have my reasons for not talking about that. Not because nobody has scared me, not because I feel this way, I feel that way. I don't feel no way, okay? Other than what my stance is still the same. I'm just a little quieter now because I mean 95% of everything that I said was going to happen in the case did happen. But I think, you know, I have people that I talk to also, and I do believe that maybe I did speak out too much information. And so I'm just kind of settled, and I think the case is in a, you know, I mean, it's a lot of stuff that I shouldn't say anyways, you know. But I don't work for the state though. I will say that. And so, but do I believe that he got away? I don't think that Yo Gotti has gotten away. As Hernandez Govan said, that they never wanted him. I don't know how true that is. I think they always knew. I think the mistake that they made was charging Govan without charging Juke and Gotti. Okay, I think that they just did things wrong as it relates to charging him and waiting to do whatever it was that they was going to do to Yo Gotti and Big Juke. That's what I believe. And it did. Govan had a crafty attorney, so he was able to make it look like, well, they just made him the fall guy. I don't think they planned on making him the fall guy. I believe that they were going to, you know, we know Juke was going to be gotten, but I think that they wanted to get Juke and Gotti together. Now, Govan said from the very start, "What's up, the godmother?" Govan said from the very start that they didn't want me. They told him, "We don't want you. We know you had nothing to do with this." He said that they told him that we know Juke and Gotti did this. Okay. He said that they wanted Juke and Gotti. Govan's attorneys have gone on record. Attorney has gone on record saying that Yo Gotti paid for the lawyers of the hitmen. Okay. He paid for the lawyers of the hitmen. He didn't say Big Juke paid for it. He says Juke was not wealthy. He said, but Yo Gotti is wealthy. Okay. He said that Yo Gotti is wealthy. Okay. So Hernandez Govan's attorneys have put out, his attorney Manny, and I got a lot of respect for Manny. Manny is a good attorney. Okay. He's got experience and he's a good attorney. Okay. If I set somebody up and participated in a hit, of course I never would, but I guess I would get him too. Okay. I was listening to Sauce One. I saw Sauce had came back on. Okay. And Sauce made a good point. Okay. Something that I've kind of felt. Okay. Too. Hold on 1 minute, you guys. And that was, he said that he felt like Yo Gotti paid for those Hernandez Govan's attorneys. And I don't think that's too far-fetched. I don't. Hold on for a second, you all. I don't think that is that far-fetched to say that, because that was a very expensive attorney. Okay. That was a very expensive attorney. So and I mean, if he paid for Cornelius and Straight Drop's attorney, why wouldn't he pay for Govan's attorney, right? Why wouldn't he? But I bet he paid for him when Govan attorney got through telling on his ass, okay, and throwing, and anything that Manny would have known about him would have been by way of his client, okay, which would have been Govan, okay. And I don't really be that hard on Govan. Now I will. He gets on my nerve. Okay. I don't be that hard on him because he was definitely involved. Okay. But as far as being the mastermind, he was not the mastermind. But I feel like Govan allowed greed. He participated in this for greed. Okay. And he gonna have to pay for that. Govan, as a black man, should have known better. He didn't have no it's coming out he didn't like Dolph. He didn't care for him. Why wouldn't he care for him? Was he jealous of him? Okay. He said Dolph was a good guy. So why would you? It's some things you just don't take money for. Okay. Well, I mean, he is free, but that's whatever he did now, that's between him and God. And I'm gonna tell you something, that God get back is way worse than any get back. And so when people say this and that about, well, Govan this and Govan ain't giving a damn about Gotti either, because Gotti and them was but they was setting him up from the very start. Gotti and all of them over there. Okay. They didn't just wake up one day and decide, the police didn't just wake up one day and decide that Govan, they was going to make him the fall guy. They was going to arrest the rest of them. Okay. But God and them all got together and set Govan up. That's why I know Govan ain't that in love with Gotti. Gotti need to be scared of him. Shit. Okay. But did Yo Gotti get away? I don't think he got away. I don't. That's something that I don't believe. Yeah, I saw some other interview with Govan and Flacco. That's something that I don't believe that he's gotten away, because they wanted him from the very start. Now, I did hear Govan say, and I don't know if he was trying to reassure Yo Gotti that he was not going to say anything, but he says that when they asked him that, he calls Gotti Yo. Okay. So, I mean, it's not very many people other than the ones that are closest to him. I don't know why Govan want to be close to Gotti, because they was getting ready to they was setting him up from the start. I mean, he's a liability, and I mean, they want him to be into it with Paper Route, Wu, and all of them. So when they knock him down, it could look like it was them. That's why I said, Wu, y'all go on with y'all life. Okay, don't even argue with Govan, because when God and them do something to him, like they was getting ready to do, Okay. They started by setting him up, in which he was involved. But they had planned. They liked Teasy better than they did Govan, because they got with Teasy and all of them and said Govan. He sit up and talk about the police was gonna make him the fall guy. Govan know damn well that was your guy in them that was making him the fall guy, because they all had turned on his ass too. Okay. He know it. That's why I know Govan, and I'm not fooled. He ain't that in love with Yo Gotti. Okay, he better be careful with Head in them, because Head's loyalty is to Gotti. He gets money with Gotti. Their loyalty is to the money. He ain't get no money with Govan, which means he is expendable. Okay. All right. He said we call him Lil Yo. Yeah, but Govan said he didn't know Gotti. He never talked to him. Why the hell he calling him Lil Yo if he don't know nothing about him? The people that know him call him that or whatever. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Hold on, Cypress. Get out the way, y'all. Move. Hold on, y'all. But do I believe, hey, Anissa, do I believe that he got away? Nobody has told me anything, but I don't believe that in my opinion, I don't believe that he's gotten away. They wanted him, okay? They wanted him because they knew that he paid for this stuff. They were able to look in and do a history on Juke's accounts. That's the first thing they do. Okay? That's the first thing that they do. They start tapping into them accounts to see the type of money that Juke had, all of the accounts that he had, and his history of how much his money fluctuated. Okay? That's the reason why they wanted Yo Gotti, because they know Juke didn't have no damn money for no hits. Okay, I don't know why the people think that the federal government is slow. If they can freeze your accounts, you don't think that they could. You got the Federal Reserve and all of that. You don't think that they can look into your accounts? You don't think that they know when you have all off seas accounts? That's how they able to find all of this stuff. They can freeze your accounts because they can get into them. Hey, Gerald. And so they knew that Juke didn't pay for that hit. Okay. I know they be calling I know Govan be calling Cornelius a junkie. He ought to be ashamed of himself. Okay, for selling the man the pills and stuff and then calling him a junkie. Okay. But I tend to believe what Cornelius said about, I think he was onto something when he said that it was $1.5 million. Okay. At that time, Gotti might have just had $1 million himself. So his money was not the only money, I believe, that was put in on a $1.5 million hit. What's up, Cypress?
What's going on?
Now, what you got to say? Because I know you came up here because I guess when I started talking about God, if folks had ants in their pants, they start having breakdowns. They have to go to the crazy house and all that stuff, child.
I ain't got to do all that. Free Derrick Grove too, by the way. Free Derrick Grove. But no.
Well, he stayed out a long time. Yeah, somebody told on him. They never would have found him if somebody didn't tell it.
$50,000 on your head, it kind of hard for you to stay free.
You said what now?
$50,000 on your head.
Yeah, somebody got, when they raised that money, it was over with. Somebody, the people that was helping them got that $50,000.
Yeah,
because they probably ain't had no money. They probably said, "Well, we tired of feeding him. He can't work. He ain't got no money. He another child. He a problem. We gonna get that money."
They probably told, "Look, man, we're gonna get this money. We're gonna tell you something. Put some on your book." They ain't. They gonna be gone on his ass. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Lil Yo too. I know. I don't think. I don't know. I mean, hell, head could be bad with Quit. We don't know.
You said head could what?
He could be bad with Quit. Hell, we don't know.
I tell you. Well, if he did bet with him, we'll know at some point, won't we?
Yeah, it'll come out. Have you been to Hollywood? Have you just seen your boy Justin for Dolph?
I think I saw Justice for Dolph this morning. And then I had just turned on the video, and as I was looking at it, it was early this morning. It said this video has violated something or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what you think about the post he had posted?
I ain't seen the post. What did it say?
I'm gonna go get it. I send it to you. I ain't gonna get it.
I'm getting ready to look at it. Is it on his page?
It should be.
Yeah, let me see how many likes I got, y'all. It's been 130 people in here at one point, and I only got 85 likes. Y'all run the likes up. I need to get over 100 likes. Also support the channel, okay?
Yeah, hit the like button.
Up here.
Where's she at? She was in the channel. He probably snatched it down there. I thought it was quite interesting. I want to know how you feel about it if you've seen it.
Hold on, let me look at it. Justice for Dolph.
Yeah, I don't know if he snatched it down.
What I see is he posted 1 month ago. Maybe that's his. He got 2 pages on it.
Oh, no, do we? Well, it might. I don't know. Well, it might be gone. It might be gone.
I think he got 2 pages. 17 hours ago he posted, "Thanks all for your concerns. I'm great. Was waiting on new devices. They striked the last video. We got our first strike and couldn't upload for a week too. So I took a little break. It quit pics. I am at 20K profit on WNBA semifinals." Number 2, he says, 2, we'll focus on finishing off the documentary and doing the T-Rex interview. After T-Rex interview, we are setting up the channel for all the chapters to come out and finally start releasing. 3, congratulations, Quet Pics, congratulations with your latest online behavior. You have earned Mr. Cole fully unmasked in the documentary from his life, secrets and paperwork. You worked hard for it, and finally your efforts paid off. Mr. Code will be famous right together with you. Then he is public. We call an organized crime unit, MPD and FBI and all that on the Memphis crew. On the Memphis crew, crime unit, the Memphis crew, telling them who killed Jook, Teasy, Desmond, Howard, and the rest, since they have no leads. Congratulations on Daddy O. You have officially made the documentary too. I knew it all. That snake shit you did had to be for a reason. I know that you did. You working with Quet and them beefing with Mia, gossiping behind her back, turning family against her, just like your little boyfriend Quet been gossiping about Dolph, turning Trula Police Unit against them. Who is Trula Police Unit? Oh, hell no. J for D isn't protecting Daddy O, Radio, Hernandez. Jesse-O, Cody-O anymore. Everybody is making the show since the game we playing now. The whole setup makes complete sense. Daddy-O and Hernando cooked a hell of a plot together, robbing Dolph and his kids for everything. All y'all Trula Scorpion unit officers are soft as hell. This killer informant knocked off your boss Teasy, and y'all over there hiding from him while he trolling on Butters 22 platform. Who is Butters 22? Daryl, D'Angelo, Little Rashad, and the rest of Crash Outs. Y'all let Teasy down. Trula isn't riding with Teasy. It's over with for Trula Mafia Police. Y'all OG took out your boss and y'all didn't do a thing. End of story. 6, with that being said, Mr. Guilty at Quit Picks, I saw how you didn't want to speak on J4D with SETI. That SHIT was hilarious. Just like you dodged on Butters 22. Keep giving me material with every interview. You only proven that I got even more. Okay.
What's your thoughts on that one?
I mean, I don't know anything about that, but I don't believe that Daddy-O is involved, and I don't believe Daddy-O is involved with Quit based on, you know, just some of the things that Quit has said about Daddy-O. I mean, that's just my opinion.
He ain't say nothing about that, but they just done together. That's all he said. He ain't say nothing.
He said they what?
He ain't say nothing bad about it. He just said
Well, he said they was like petty drug dealers. They sold petty weed, you know.
Well, to him, they were petty, you know, because he bet.
I really hadn't heard him say really anything too much about Daddy-O. I mean, it seemed like to me just when he spoke about him, he got disdain for him like he do Young Dolph, in my opinion. What's up, Benisa?
Hi, how y'all doing today?
We're doing good. What's the word? What's the word, Benisa?
The word is stay out the way because them troopers on y'all ass.
They was lined up in some apartments. Just, I mean, they was deep. About 15 they was just parked, just out there parked. Some was sitting had the back of their SUVs open, just sitting in the back of the truck in the projects.
That's how they was over here on
not liking they kicking it.
They was over there in Ridgecrest like 3-4 days straight.
They've been deep on Tuklahoma. Now they saying something about the guard is supposed to be deployed. They've been here now, some of them, because I saw some of the National Guard downtown. They was meeting with the sheriff. You know, I mean, about 3 of them. They had on their uniforms, so I don't know. Maybe it was the big folks came in first so that they could strategize on some stuff. I don't know, because I know they got to work with the troopers and the sheriff, because supposedly they can't make any arrests. They make their arrests through the sheriff and the troopers and MPD. Supposedly.
Well, they doing a horrible job.
Yeah, because niggas still getting there, bro. I think it's a move to make some money, because all the money they're gonna lose with Tyree nigga case, and tell how many more lawsuits the city got. So this ain't way to make some money.
I don't know. I think they did Tyree mama dirty. I don't really think that they're gonna get a whole lot of money. I think they're just settling now. Yeah, I think they did them dirty.
They ain't got no other choice. Either y'all gonna settle for what we offer y'all ain't gonna get shit. So that's how they gonna play it.
500 million, maybe they get 100. The city of Memphis ain't got that.
They ain't even gonna get 100. They might get 10.
I don't think they're gonna get 10. From my understanding, Tyree Nichols' family is probably gonna get like 5. Whereas if they had asked for 30, they probably could have got 20. You see what I mean? They had asked for 50, they could have got 20. But why ask for $500 million? That the city of Memphis ain't got that.
So done.
Y'all don't know. Man, y'all think y'all gonna live in the city of Memphis and make motherfuckers kill shit out? So y'all better be trying to get somewhere. Y'all get any type of money, 5 million, 2 million, before gonna get you out of them.
But see, those lawyers was asking for that amount because they was gonna take over. They was gonna take a lot of that.
Yeah,
They was doing the lawyer. I'm mad at the lawyers because they was doing that out of greed, and they ended up messing that family over. Because if you ask me, 5 million is not enough, and that's 5 million for his whole. He had a child, probably just gonna get the majority of it. You know, then his mama and them. That's not a lot of money for what they did to Tyree Nickel. If you ask me, yes, I believe that they should get 500 million, but realistically, that can't happen.
No, Memphis can't afford to pay that. Yeah, this ain't matter be going out of business now. Y'all saying now, yes, they get them for 500 million. What they gonna live at after they get the 500 million?
I don't know.
Well, I know they don't think y'all be. When y'all watching, y'all be the biggest damn fools in the world. Think you gonna live in Memphis and you nigga hit these for 500 million? They gonna kill the shit out.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
Vanessa, where they be posted up at over there?
What they was on Danny Thomas early over here by this church, but they most definitely be on Crump up there, Crump and Third. They be going down through Westwood and they there post.
They would chase some dude in the hood yesterday. That man ran clean into Cypress, trying to run from the damn trooper.
He ran into what?
Cypress, the school with the car killed.
He ran into the school building?
He ran into the school property. Yeah, they was chasing him and he ran into the school property. That was at Kemp, wasn't it? I think that was at Kemp.
Yeah.
Hey, Diane.
And they put the school on lock and told the kids if they tell their parents about it, they're gonna get dealt with.
Now they know they wrong for this. They can't tell them kids that. And they should have had already notified them parents and let them know.
Well, it made Blackwood now made sure it made the news. So. But yeah, they told them kids they locked the school down, and parents said they told the kid, "Man, y'all say anything about this, we're gonna deal with y'all." Yeah, that's the hood though.
But I'm saying, why put these folks on a high speed chase? You getting yourself an extra charge.
So because man, most of these folks dirty. They ain't gonna pull over. Then they gonna be like 5 or 10 deep behind you, chasing you, making sure you don't get away.
Well, I know they hitting all the trap spots and all the dope spots over this way.
So
yeah, I've seen the Chick-fil-A on Danny Thomas. Let me just say this, y'all, and I promise you, and I know that's a Chick-fil-A that's a female black that owns it, and I was so excited to know that a female black had bought a Chick-fil-A franchise. Okay, it's right there at Danny Thomas, where it's a lot of traffic, it's a lot of wealthy people, but you don't ever see that Chick-fil-A packed out like the rest of them. Okay, so thank you, Anissa, for being a member for 21 months. Thank you so much. She said excellent content since day one. Thank you so much, Anissa. And so I went there and I was like, okay, because I like Chick-fil-A's grilled nuggets and I like their parfaits. So I was like, okay, well, it's closer to my job and stuff, so I can just stop and get me some grilled nuggets and some parfait. Now, I mind you, this Chick-fil-A Monica! Oh my God, Monica, how have you been? You cannot stay away as long as you've stayed away. I'm so happy to see you. And and so it's finna be a drought. So I went there, y'all. I went there, and y'all know I get my parfait and I get my nuggets, and I was like, I want the sriracha. And so anyways, y'all know Chick-fil-A don't make you wait. I waited for a long time. That pissed me off. So I appreciate that this African American woman opened up this franchise, and she employs mostly African Americans at her franchise. You see a lot of black people, because you don't see a lot of black people at the Chick-fil-A's. Okay, so I was like, well, she's giving black people job at Chick-fil-A. Well, they started walking out with their fingernails. What you had said? Okay, they trying to take your order. They punching the wrong thing. Fingernails long. One came out with long blue hair all the way down to her ass. Y'all, if this is a black woman that has a franchise down in that area, you have a mixture, especially of wealthy people coming through. Y'all, why not make her look good? Represent it. Represent. That is the time. What you said, ma'am. I'm sorry. Now, what you said again, ma'am. You know, when they standing at the car light, eyelashes longer. You can't even see their eyes because of eyelashes look like camels and stuff. Y'all, I mean, we got to do better. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but somebody got to say it. Venice, am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Because them eyelashes be looking like I don't know what, baby.
And so when I got up there, when I finally got up there, I waited in line. I kid you not, almost 45 minutes. You know, that's unheard of for Chick-fil-A. Y'all, the chicken nuggets, the grilled chicken nuggets taste sour. They didn't put my sriracha sauce in the damn bag. By the time I got back to my office, I was hotter than fish grease. When I sat down to eat my sriracha, you know, they're going to make sure your sauce is in. My damn sauce went up in there. Okay. My parfait was just like liquid. It was just like liquid. I could have drank it. And it's supposed to be a yogurt. Now, you know, where I work at downtown and where that Chick-fil-A is all of 4 minutes.
Yeah. It's right there by St. Jude, ain't it?
Right there by St. Jude. Is it the sriracha or sriracha? I have to eat my nuggets with sriracha sauce. They didn't put my sauce in there. The nuggets taste like they were sour. Grilled nuggets taste like they were sour. And I could drink my yogurt. I could drink it. I just threw it in the garbage. I was just so upset. Then when I was I ain't been back. So I noticed when I go by there, that line don't be long like the Chick-fil-A's at other Chick-fil-A's, you know, because when you presentation is everything. When you standing out there, what you say you wanted, baby? With them long ass fingernails that they have on, it's gonna turn anybody off, y'all. Why you gotta have blue hair all the way down to your ass? No, they know people look at stuff like that. We gotta represent better, okay? I don't mean no harm. I saw they had, Lord Jesus, God, please, Lord, I don't be wanting to sound judgment. Listen, we all the same. I don't think I'm better than nobody else. We all the same, but somebody got to talk about this stuff. Somebody got to tell the truth. I saw that they had 2 white people working there, and they look like they got them from down there. They
up under the trailer, huh?
From straight out the crack at the meth house. Okay, they got them straight out the meth house. You should have seen them. How they clothes and stuff was on. Looked like their clothes had not been washed. And one of the white guys that was a manager was standing out there smoking a cigarette. You know they wouldn't allow that. Now, why? If he was at the Chick-fil-A up Poplar where all the white folks at, he wouldn't be out there smoking no damn cigarette.
Okay. No. I would have been like, no.
So what that that young lady gonna have to do is she gonna have to get on her managers about the dress code. You know, when you working at these fast food restaurants, you ain't got no business having no long ass fingernails anyways. How you gonna fix food?
Yeah, because when I worked for Memphis City School in the kitchen, baby, you can't even come in there with no nails. They got to be a certain inch.
Why they want to have blue hair in their head? Why they want to have blue hair in their head? Why it's got to be all the way down to their booty?
Cause they
Why
want
it's
to
got to be blue and orange and green and all of that? Why?
I don't know, man. Walk around looking like a goddamn popsicle with a set of titties. Oh, goddamn color.
But anyways, child, I'm just preaching to the choir, I guess. My mama said they used to have this thing. My mama said she was out. Hey, my mama said she was always a swear like me, because I'm a swear chick too. Okay. And my mama said, but I got a little more sassiness than my mama though. I get that from my grandmama, then Venice. And so
What you say?
my mama said that her cousins used to tell her when she used to try to be the voice of reason when they was getting ready to sneak out and do stuff, and she said they would say, "Yeah, you preaching to the choir." They say all those who can, all those who can do, all those who can't preach.
And she was the preacher.
So I guess folks gonna say she preaching because I can't wear blue hair down to my booty and don't want to. Right next to St. Jude, they had the potential to make. She is in a good zone, y'all. That Chick-fil-A is never there. It's never a lot of people in the line. The initial anticipation when it first opened up, but once they saw what she had serving and they messing up the food sour and all of that, who gonna go back to that? So I tried to call them because I was gonna get them a speech. So I was so mad about my food. I started trying to call them. Don't y'all know they ain't got no number that works? I wasn't gonna drive back up there. I was like, just forget it. I ain't going back.
That's what they call black business. Right?
But anyways, y'all go patronize it, and y'all maybe if she gonna have to she's gonna once she see what's really going on, but somebody need to tell her the truth. She gonna change her what is it called? The dress code. You can't come up in here with Kool-Aid color hair.
And most of the jobs is like that because, working for CSA, when I was processing light bills, we couldn't wear color hair. I got sent home one time because I had some burgundy hair in my head. I told her, baby, that's a natural color. What did you say?
Oh.
Yeah, red is a natural color.
And they nuggets can't be bad, and then you tell people to go shop with them, man.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how do grilled nuggets taste sour? That means they left them out too long, didn't Vanessa?
Probably. Sound like it.
Yeah, they left them out too long. They weren't stored in the right temperature.
Right. She was soggy. Nah, man, I go to Cozy Corner. Go support a real black business.
I love Cozy Corners. I love their barbecue.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you what's
Cozy Corner been sleeping a little bit now. I ain't gonna give them too many
Well,
problems.
the last time I went there, they had their bread and stuff sloppy wet. Now they know they can't do that. Who wants? Don't nobody want no soggy bread.
Yeah. Man, they meat be falling off the balls on YouTube when I used to go there a lot. I used to love on them.
Vanessa, I told him, I said, Vanessa called me last night out the blue. She said, Bestie, you on live? I said, I believe she had some stuff on her mind. Because she called me out the blue.
Oh yeah, babe. I was disturbed. They disturbed my nerves yesterday.
Dialogue says, if I own that location, I would for everybody and start over. Channel 5 did a story on them last week and it was empty. Yes. After when it first opened, there were a lot of people out there, but after they saw, forget about it being black. I mean, having a lot of black people work for you, that means nothing. I mean, white people will come and do business with black folks. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that right now. They will do it. But when you coming up with long fingernails on, you ain't, to me, they probably already know you ain't even supposed to be working at no restaurant with no long green nails on. They can't see long eyelashes, some of them stuck up white stuff all over your eyes, and then you got blue hair running down to your booty. That's a turn off. You talking about professional doctors and all of that, and then the food ain't right.
What you said?
And so
I'll
when
be,
people say, "Well,
I'll be
they
trying to
want
dress my
to see these
uniform
white
up.
people," well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a black person. Now I ain't going up. I'm not going. I don't want it either. I don't want no spoiled food. I don't want to be waiting in line 45 minutes when you can go to another Chick-fil-A and be out of line in 10 minutes. Because we already know Chick-fil-A is known for how fast they go. They don't believe that people should wait. Okay, then they not putting your sriracha sauce in there. The parfait, the yogurt is liquid tea. I mean, just the listen. Okay. I don't know what to say. They said Cozy Corner was good back in the day.
Yeah, it was
Back
good back
in
in
the
the
day.
day.
But they ain't like shit now.
And so when they say, well, white people won't support her business because she's black, I'm telling you now, if white people are not supporting her business, not because she's black, because of what I saw, because I'm black and I ain't going back.
Okay.
And that's the first thing. Well, they prejudiced. They white folks want that because she a black girl. Ain't nobody gonna support no subpar business, food business. And then look at your presentation. They supposed to be a representative. That location could make all of the money. All the doctors, all the lawyers, all the damn criminals, all the police, all of them are right there, and it's in a perfect location
To make good money.
They really can, cause she in a good area for real.
Shout out to Memphis.
So when they get to talking about, well, you know, they won't, them white folks down there won't support a black girl business. They want to see a black girl go out of business. No, that's not what it is. White people are not supporting her because of what I experienced and what I saw. And I'm not, at this point, I can't go back. And I'm a black woman and I love supporting black businesses. I love supporting black businesses, but I ain't gonna go and support nobody's business just because she black and the damn chicken nuggets taste like they sour and they forget to put my damn sriracha sauce in the bag. I'm supposed to eat dry nuggets.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right, Monica. They are pretty strict. I just when I saw, I said, Lord, have mercy. When I saw the young lady, and she was nice as she could be, walking up, and she had that damn hat on her head with that blue ass hair down to her ass, and with them long eyelashes, looking like, I said, Lord, here come Bonquisha. And she was nice as she could be. I said, Lord, here come Bonquisha.
Not Bonquisha.
Oh man.
So, but Manisa, what else is the word? Did you hear about our topics tonight? Oh, so yeah. So I got two more topics to talk about before I get up. I'm glad y'all reminded me. What I also wanted to talk about was, I said Black Youngster is going along at this point to get along, and I wanted to talk about did Did Hernandez Govan make a deal with Yo Gotti to cut him loose? I want to talk about that. Okay. Did Hernandez Govan make a deal with Gotti to cut him loose? Let me just say this. I believe he did.
I don't know. I don't know about that because that interview he did with them white boy, he kind of like he was snitching on God in them.
Yeah, he was.
And you said that all the shit that Kanye was saying was true, but then nobody want to believe Kanye. Don't get me wrong. I think he added some shit and he left some shit out. But that man met with Juke, and it was a hit out for them to go kill dog. But my thing is, when he had that interview, he went on. He told it. He told enough where the Fed need to be taking care of their business while they over here in Memphis acting a fool trying to get these low budget ass people. Because baby, we got bigger fish to fry than that. Y'all need to be trying to get these big dogs. Stop fucking with these little bitty ass people who don't mean nothing.
I agree. So just based on what you saw, do you think that Quit played a part in it?
Yeah, he played a part in it. He knew what was going on too. Yep, he played a part. He knew exactly what was going on. I told y'all he wasn't supposed to make it at this motherfucker. He wasn't supposed to make it.
God in them. I'm telling you, listen, from my understanding, I had heard in the streets. Okay, I heard through the grapevine. That, okay, so what they did was God and them all got together and decided that they was gonna try to push it all down to Quit. Okay. And then they had decided they was gonna kill him. That's why Quit.
I've been telling y'all that from the beginning. I was telling y'all that from the beginning. Quit wasn't supposed to make it. Cornelius or that other boy. All three of them. Y'all really think they were gonna pay them amateurs that amount of money to kill dog? Now, after they did what they did, their head was on the chopping block next. I told you they wasn't supposed to make it.
Well, I can agree to that, but do I think Quit made a deal with him? No.
Well, who paid for Quit lawyer? Because Quit paid an awful heap of money for them lawyers. If God and them paid for, I think God and them knew that at some point Quit wasn't gonna spare them. Quit loves money. Okay, that's why he got involved in this stuff in the first place. So I believe that he could buy. Maybe he was the one that got all that money to begin with.
I don't know about all that, but I don't think God had paid for Quit lawyers and none of that.
But Quit lawyer said that he paid for a Cornelius and Straight Drop lawyer.
Okay, but here was the wrinkle he threw in there. Okay, we know that, but then they threw all the horn at the bus. And our horn paid cash for Cornelius lawyer to keep some trades from back then. So like, it's a whole lot of corruption going on. Yeah, we're gonna be technical about it.
When you say a whole lot of corruption, what you mean by that?
But like, what do our horn got anything to do with it? Why is he doing this? And like, it's a lot. But no, I don't think he made no deal with Gotti. I don't think Gotti was ever paying for his lawyer. I don't think none of that. I think Quit.
Yeah, but now why Quit playing so nice with Gotti? Quit know everything that Gotti was doing to him. Quit know damn well when he sit up and say, and he says it matter of factly. If you listen to Quit, if you listen to, he tells it. That's why I know that he ain't that chummy at this point, not with Gotti. But I believe some money could make him. He would look at it as a business deal. Okay, I got the money. I ain't necessarily really just got to say nothing now. Because he was ready to tell it. He was desperate at some point during that trial. I believe he can tell it. I kind of believe he did tell it. We know he said something because his lawyer talked about it. We didn't know that what Art Horn said verbatim. I'm gonna pay for the lawyer's cash, so he gave the lawyers. We didn't know that. the hitmen lawyers the money cash because he didn't want it to trace back to him.
So-
Artie's gonna have to deal with that if they can prove that, and I'm sure it's some type of proof. Manny is a lawyer. He ain't gonna get on there and say that if it ain't some type of proof to back it. He a lawyer. He ain't gonna be worried about getting sued.
So let me get this straight. Our Horn paying for the money cash, paying for the lawyers cash, keep from tracing back to him, but yet it's gonna keep it from tracing back to CMG, which means if the feds get a hold of our Horn gonna possibly throw CMG up under the bus.
Jeffrey Hall says that he said his lawyer in town called him, asked him what's going on during the holidays. Then he said he knew he need out of town lawyers. I don't think that he trusted. Now, I had not said anything about this, but because he's talked about it, I can say something. I believe it was she identified herself because she called me. She was real pleasant. And I don't know why before she ever even said it, she was like, I want to talk to you in person. And I said, we could talk on the phone because, I got a paranoid spirit. And so she said, well, it's a high profile case. Something clicked in my mind and said, I wonder if it's this Young Dogs case. And I was like, surely nobody from the Young Dogs case, knowing that I'm vlogging on the case, would be calling me. But the young lady, we found out she didn't know. Okay. And she probably still didn't know until I just said something now. And so she said, well, he's going to call me. She said, well, it's got something to do with the Young Dogs case. And she said, we're trying to, she said, I can't remember what she said verbatim, but she said, we're wanting to get our own private investigator. I said, oh, okay. I said, oh, wow. Okay. She said, I said, well, I told her, I said, well, I've watched that case a little bit. Didn't he have a private investigator? And she said, well, see, that's the thing. He don't know who it is. They're being secretive about some stuff. And we're wanting to get our own private investigator. I can't remember verbatim because she told me what they needed an investigator for. I just don't remember what she said. Okay. And so she said, we don't really know what's going on. And then she kind of brushed it out. She said, but he's working that Tyree Nickel case, and maybe he just don't have the time to give him. And then I remember her saying, and here's the thing. She says, this situation, I said, well, it is a very high profile case. She said, yeah. She said, but I can assure you, ma'am, this he did not do. He did not do what they are accusing him of. She said, if he was wrong, I would tell him he would have to eat that. But she just kept saying, he did not do. And she asked me a price. And so this is when my antennas went up. I was like, okay, they trying to line me up. I think I told that lady I said, you're going to have to give me either a $3,500 or $4,500. I think I even upped it a little bit because I was like, if she says, okay, the first thing she said, okay, what can I meet you at? I said, oh, hell no, these folks trying to line me up. I called my friends over at the police department. I said, Hernandez Govan got some woman calling me and they trying to line me up. They trying to kill me. Because she said, he's going to call and I want to three-way you in, but I want to meet you. She said, okay. She kept saying, what can I meet you at? I got the money. What can I meet you at? I said, these folks ain't ready to kill me. But when they looked into it, it turned out to be legit. Okay. It turned out to be legit. She's a professional. I'm not going to say, I don't remember her name. I remember her profession. Okay. And they was like, well, she's a professional and professional. It wasn't like that, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Right.
You so right. It's better to be safe than sorry.
But like I said, it turned out to be cool. And she called me several more times. What I did was I said to myself, I vlog on the case. I don't want to know anything more about it. I mean, that's what a professional would do because she was ready to tell me. I was like, with me vlogging on the case, I don't need for them to tell me anything personal about it. They need to, because I had really already made my mind. I had known too much already, right? I had been blogging on it, and I was like, they need to go to an investigator that, with me being a professional, that is not biased. I had already been vlogging on it. You see what I mean? So I guess that wouldn't have been fair to them. So, and so that's what they did. Okay. Because what I did was I stopped answering the phone. But she was pleasant. She was pleasant. And like I said, you know, when they looked into it, they said that they didn't think it was anything funny. Because around that time, I had started getting, you know, threats. That was coming up. That was around that time. No, like the year before that. Because like right after, no, because that young lady called me like the next year, around January, if I'm not mistaken, or February of next year. Around 2022, that's when I was getting those threats. Like right before Jeremiah, that was around the time Jeremiah had got killed, and I had this guy that was trying to, now I don't know what's gonna go on with that, but now that particular guy, I don't know what's gonna go on with that, because like I said, I don't think that case is over. I don't know if anything is going on with it, but I do know that when they traced his stuff, he traced back to like Irving, Texas. He was trying to get to me too. And he was like, you know, yeah, I want to pay you to see if somebody, look up somebody, see if they was in jail. Then he gave me his street name. And so I knew from the very beginning. I don't think at that point he wanted to threaten me. And he was like, you know, where you at? You know, I can come to your office. Like they was trying to get to me a couple of times. And so I think that's why, like with some of the, I mean, a lot of what they found out, they was able to find out just via the internet. You know, them posting threats, and that particular dude, he said his name was OG Big Black. That's what he said. And so he ended up having a residence in Irving, Texas. That's where Shondell Barnett is, you know, had been living at. And Jeremiah, they paid very close attention to that. Okay, now Quet's fiance, she identified herself as a fiance. They eliminated her being a threat very fast. But that particular dude, they said he was up for no good. Okay, so that's why I always been paranoid about folks. Okay. Because I think what they thought is if they could stop people from talking about the case, that's where they made their mistakes at. I think the case, that's how it got so big too. They went killing folks. Jeremiah Taylor didn't do anything to anybody. Jeremiah didn't do nothing. They was wrong to kill him.
Yeah, they were wrong.
They was wrong for that. But anyways, what was we talking about? About did Quet did I still believe it, because God is seeming to be breathing free. Every time he talk about God, he go, you know, yo, this, yo, that. Well, I mean, I don't think they're gonna get yo now, because it ain't nobody to pinpoint him. So I don't know. I guess he trying to let God know, you know, we made that deal, so I ain't gonna say nothing. You gave me that money, so I ain't gonna say nothing. What y'all think?
I don't believe that. I don't think they had enough. I don't think they had enough to get God in no way, especially with Drip being dead. They weren't gonna get it, and the hope of them getting out of hand that shit up with Drip being dead. That ain't gonna happen.
Well, you don't know who knows something. You don't know who know what. These folks was trying to get anybody to kill Dolph. Gotti couldn't afford all that security he got around him until after Dolph was killed. Gotti was not up like that until Dolph was killed. Before he got quit them, before they solicited quit them, they had been trying to get Black Youngster and his folks to mess with Young Dolph. Everybody that he's ever tried to sign or pay some type of attention during that time. They was trying to solicit to take Young Dolph out. What was it about Young Dolph that he just had to die and quit? Them ought to be ashamed of they old bald head ass selves, because Young Dolph had not done nothing to them. Why would they allow money to be their motivation to take out a damn another human being?
Because they ain't used to having shit and they want that credibility on the street.
No, I mean, no, I mean, hey, some people get motivated by money. You know, some people don't get some money by any man that shit. They don't give a damn how they get it or what they get it. Not saying that's the case, because I don't know, but I think if they had something on God, they would have went got it. And I think with Drip being dead, they know they can't get God. Sorry, Dolph fans. I know that ain't what y'all want to hear, but this shit is rare. It's over.
They said I can't suppose people who work at fast food places like that at all so hood. Well, and I said I think Black Youngster at this point is going along to get on, because I've heard people say, well, Black Youngster still repping CMG, and he's saying that Gotti his brother for life. But I think Black Youngster at this point is just going along to get along. I don't think he look at Gotti as his brother. I think just like they were saying earlier that Big 30 saw in the end money back for how he was. I think that's the same thing that happened with Black Youngster.
I think Gotti. I think Youngster was, Gotti was the one gave him something, but nobody Gotti gave him something, man. So what it is.
Yeah, but his life and his livelihood is too expensive to exchange that for some money. Money ain't worth it. That's what people need to understand. They act like money is their life. They exchanging their livelihood, their safety, and ultimately their life when they have to go to jail for some money. It ain't worth it. Money is too expensive for that.
I don't know. I can't say, but hey man, they folks gonna do whatever they gotta do to get them some bread. I ain't mad.
Well, I mean, it's more ways to get money than to be taking hits and killing human beings. They ain't did a damn thing to you.
I agree, but hey, with the bag right on the table, hey, everybody ain't gonna turn.
And it ought to be an insult. These dudes, they talk about they think so much of themselves. Somebody put a bag of money on the table that you cool with and say, "Look, I got some money for you, but look here, you got it. All this money can be yours. All you got to do is go kill Young Dolph." I'm slapping them. I'm gonna slap them silly. Negro, that's what you think of me? You think my life ain't shit? You put some paper, because money is just paper, useless paper. You put some paper in front of me and tell me to go kill somebody. You want me to put my life, my family life, my livelihood, ultimately take me away from my kids in jeopardy? That's what you think of me? Because they're not going to go put it in front of their cousins and their kids because they care about them. I mean, that's the time to cuss a ninja out. I would be insulted. But these folks doing anything for some money, and that's why they got to pay. Quet, Straight Drop, Cornelius, Yo Gotti, Head, and whoever else was involved. All of them are going to have to ultimately answer and pay for what they've done. So when folks say Quet got off, me knowing how God is and knowing the spiritual realm, Quet ain't got off. If Quet did what them folks accused him of doing, he got to pay for that. And he gonna wish that he had gone to jail, because that God get back way worse than what any man could ever do to him.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I think, man, them folks about their bread, they gotta get it.
Well, they need to get it another way. Hell, if Quet talk about he doing box trucks, He ain't said nothing about another damn box truck since he been out. He don't promote no damn box truck. But hell, he could have been doing that to begin with rather than being somebody's damn hitman.
Well, you probably don't need the box truck.
No, because God paid him.
Well, no, we can't. I don't know about that, but I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure Ben McQuitty doing just fine.
I don't know if he's doing fine or not. I know he was wrong.
I ain't gonna say he was right, but hey man, some people gotta get it how they get it.
And then he ain't got no damn humility. How he gonna be totally dismissive? You just somebody gave you another chance. I don't know if it was God or not, but something did. And then you get your ass out here and you try and soil the man's legacy, and you continue, you rub the stuff in the family face, and no humility.
What do you do to rub it in their face? I missed this part.
When he said, they asked him about Juke. He said, well, maybe they ain't indicted him because Young Dolph wife did say that Steve Mora tried to pay her to campaign, get her to campaign for him, or give some money to his campaign. In other words, he was insinuating that Mia J had given Steve Mora some money. He ought to be ashamed of himself. That lady let me look. That's a damn black woman. And she is left to pick up the pieces after what they did to her man to raise 2 children by herself. And he get his ass out and say something like that. He owe that woman a damn apology.
No, he owe her shit.
He owe her mother. Look, don't get me started. He owes her. Stop, Cypress. You listen, because I
no.
You done work my friend up now.
No, see what he's saying was Steve Mora probably wanted her to contribute to his campaign if she would. Oh,
well, now he's saying he know Mia J don't give a damn about no Juke. So what he's saying is they asked him, why haven't they indicted nobody on Juke's murder? He said, well, Young Dolph wife did say Steve Mora wanted her to give to his campaign. Maybe that's why. So he insinuating that Mia done paid the man and gave money to his campaign.
No, he said he's saying that she probably didn't. The reason why they didn't. I don't know.
No, but this was pertaining to why have nobody been indicted for Juke's murder.
Everybody know the reason why nobody been indicted for Juke murder because the police know what happened to Juke. And that's all.
I don't know if the police know or not. Maybe they don't know.
The police
ain't nobody talking.
And of course they ain't talking because they don't want to die. But the streets know and the police know. And
what happened to him? Because I don't know. What happened?
And the Neal family know it. I'm just going to get it at that. Maybe it'll come out. Maybe it won't.
I don't know what happened.
Don't get me started, like, because you know I think he sacrifices, bro.
We ain't gonna give them no content like this, not tonight.
Well, Cypress, you even said that before. You believe God had his brother knocked out.
Well, no, I said I wouldn't. If it come out, I wouldn't be surprised. If he did. I don't think he did, but I'm saying if it was to come out that he did, which I don't believe that, but I'm saying if it was to come out that he did it or had him do it, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't. I mean,
well, you actually said that. You said I believe God had Juke taken out. That's what you said, Cypress.
But I think, listen, the streets know who did it. MPD most definitely know who did it. The reason why it ain't getting solved, maybe, is because the feds ain't letting it get solved. The family know who did it, y'all.
The police is in the business of solving cases. Why wouldn't they want to solve Juke case?
Because the Illuminati told them to stand down.
Oh Lord, no. No, it had nothing to do with no Illuminati. I think this is gonna get wrapped up in the Fed case. That child that everybody got their pom poms up for a Fed case. And yo, Gotti obviously ain't going down for it because Duke is gone. So nobody tie him to this. So yeah, I think it's gonna be. I think everybody gonna go down for him.
I sure hate you think it's gonna be everybody but him, cause he's gonna be the first one to go. I'm
No,
just telling you, Cypher, it's no way possible. You don't, well, like Summer said, you did say it, and you know it's true. That man wants to be bigger than what he is. He wants to move up a notch. He you know what I'm saying? And he got in the Illuminati, and he had to sacrifice some shit, and he sacrificed his brother.
well, we shall see. But the police know who did it. The Mims tablet know who did it. And the
They know what got it. That's why they ain't doing shit.
no, the family don't
They
think it
gonna
was
they gonna let
God.
him run his course right now until his time comes, cause his time will definitely coming. Like Diddy and R. Kelly.
Well, I don't know. I don't, you know what? You might be right because I don't think they gonna. Cause I don't think Gotti gonna bend like Puff now. I don't know. I don't
And
know.
Gotti ain't got the type of money Puff them got.
What makes you think that the feds are? Hold on. What she say? What makes you think the feds? What?
What makes you think the feds are involved in Juke case?
Because oh shit. Because it's gonna be in one big old gumbo pot, y'all. Just stay tuned. It's gonna be one big old gumbo
That's
pot.
probably why they didn't. They was gonna go get Juke. That might be the reason why they didn't, because they wanted to get double for their trouble. They was intending on getting him and his brother together.
Yeah, yeah. He gone. Him being gone, pretty much gonna cut little brother out the loop. Everybody else gonna fall because they can't drag him. Quit about the only one that can bring him down. Sad to say, dog fan.
Well, he done paid quit out, and you know he takes care of Stray Jaw's family. So
Yeah. Because they are involved and they involved in all of them. Now you think it ain't been no say. All this shit gonna come down in indictment. Stay tuned. Yeah, all this shit gonna come down in indictment, y'all. Why you think that's why the state never indicted got it or Juke. How they know God was gonna buy this shit out. They ain't crazy.
So now you saying Gotti got he paying people. He got people in his pocket.
But all them niggas always had people in their pockets. And dog, all of them.
but I'm trying to understand why people would think that Gotti is on a level. Them folks took Puffy down through there. Why do the folks think that Gotti ain't even on a level with Nas, let alone Puffy and Jay-Z?
And see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. He was trying to get there. That's why he joined Illuminati. He trying to get there.
Mhm. I do believe he joined the Illuminati.
Well, if y'all
And
believe all,
it's sacrifices that come with this shit.
well, if y'all believe that, then that means y'all believe in Cypher.
What you mean we believe in you? I believe that you can do anything that you want to do. And
You said that
I believe you'll get mad enough and take a life too if a motherfucker push the right button.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bob, where you go, Cypress? You drop down, you ain't get scared, did it?
Here he come. I think he got knocked down. Somebody probably called his phone.
Yeah, I'm bad. But yeah, man, y'all, can y'all hear me?
Cypress, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Did you hear what I said before you got out? You said, hey, we believe that. We believe in Cypress. Yeah, I believe in you. I believe you'll kill a motherfucker too if they push the right button.
Hell yeah,
Okay, then.
yeah. But no, I don't think. I don't know. I think about Drip being gone, but I think the police know. The police know, and the family know, and the streets most definitely know. What they find, they already know who killed Tease. The state will never do nothing about it though, cause the feds is gonna deal with that. They ain't letting the state touch the case. No. That's why y'all don't hear nothing about it. You don't hear nothing, but they know. The streets know, the police know, and the families know what happened. Trust me. Y'all know if the streets know, the police know. So there you have
They
it.
most definitely know. They the one who comes keep fucking up all the cases.
Yeah.
Not doing their job like they supposed to. Where you get your detective skills at?
I don't, I don't think they. I don't think they really be trying to solve cases. Man. Not Memphis police. No.
Depending on who it is, they don't.
Yeah, yeah. You ain't your money ain't right. They damn sure weren't trying to solve your case. You ain't got no money. This shit gonna go in the file cabinet if you're broke.
What you see?
I'm telling you.
Another unsolved case.
I'm
Ticket
telling you.
number 9973.
Fuck you talking about cold. Cause your family ain't got no money. Your case is not getting solved. Especially when you broke and black. They don't give a damn about how nice you were. How much money you got. But see, they don't tell you that.
That's crazy. I hate that for him though, but it's time coming. I'm just gonna sit back and wait on it. I I know it's eventually coming, so
Yeah, change gonna come.
they're gonna finally eventually get it together.
I hope
It's
so.
crazy though.
Yeah, it's all crazy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, nobody really, if you think about it, at this point, nobody has really profited but Gotti. Because Gotti don't give a damn about the rest of the people around him other than his mama and his sister. Everybody else is disposable.
Oh,
And
well,
all the people that did this to Young Dolph, nobody has really profited but Gotti.
that's crazy how he said that. Did you know what I just thought about?
What?
No man that was at no meeting, no man that was around being seen. He was the only nigga in the crowd.
Listen, what about Cash Money guy?
Who was the cash money guy?
The Cash Money, what was his name? The young man that just lost his life, Courtney. Is it C Money?
Oh yeah, C Money. What about?
I guess she's asking, has there been anything on him? I don't know.
No, I don't think the streets gonna ever talk about that one either. Not public.
I hate that because it looked like that Courtney got ran over and everything.
Yeah, well,
He came from a good family. I hate that.
I think they know who. I think the family and the police know who did it. But
Oh, definitely. His granddaddy was the president for the Memphis Police Association, and he retired a few years back. But now he works for an elected official. He also ran for mayor. You know, his grandfather is a really good, nice guy.
His granddad ran for mayor.
Yeah, his granddaddy ran for mayor.
I know who you talking about. Shout out to him. I ain't gonna call you that. Shout out to him. Yeah. He signed the guy. No, he wasn't signed the guy. He was gonna sign the guy, but he wasn't signed the guy.
I wonder if somebody got jealous.
Jealous for what?
I think he changed his mind about signing with Gotti.
Or maybe he changed his mind about signing with Gotti, because you know you can't be going up and then decide you don't want to sign with Gotti, because he takes that personally. Because Courtney, because that young man, C Money, had a lot of potential. He seemed to be likable. Fans really took to him. So you know, Gotti, I guess Gotti feel like he's supposed to make money off everybody, but God gonna get rid of that damn demon.
Oh man, y'all gotta stop. Gotti ain't have nothing to do with that part of the young man. Gotti was young man. Come on, y'all gotta stop it.
I'm just saying. I know you don't be wanting to believe that. I mean, based on what they did to Dolph, I feel like he's capable of doing anything. I don't put nothing past him.
Man, Gotti ain't did all this shit. He supposed to been in jail if he did all the shit. Yeah, I don't think he do on a daily basis.
I mean, but then you know, sometimes, like you said, he paying his way. He got them in his pocket. We got a lot of crooked ass police, detectives, judges, lawyers. You know what I'm saying? For the right dollar, baby, they'll do what they need to do.
He gonna go broke trying to pay off everybody.
Ain't that right, Steve Mulroy? Steve Mulroy let the chick. That boy told a cold lie. Yeah, we're gonna try to solve the case when we hear it. So that right nation shit clear. You can't hold on now. It go show you, no matter what people say, everybody got a price. Everybody.
I know it.
I don't.
But I don't think what am I wrong? But I think God is gonna be alright. I don't think he gonna. I'll be glad when this is over, so God can just live his life. I know he gonna get always thrown into the John Dolph situation. That can't nobody say the man was at a meeting. Can't nobody say they had a conversation or nothing. And he was the only smart one to profit out of it. But I do hope they solve the Howard Barnett case. And the
I do too. I do too.
They said I heard it with Lamigo. No.
I wish somebody who knows what happened to Howard Barnett would call Crime Stoppers. They can disguise their voice. I wish they would tell their family where that young man is.
No, God ain't had nothing to do with Tease's situation.
How you know he had nothing to do with it? I believe Gotti and Juke told somebody to get rid of Tease, and they did it. Of course, they paid, because you know you're supposed to do anything for some damn money.
Exactly, but no, I don't think Gotti had nothing to do with Tease's situation.
I do.
I don't think Gotti had nothing to do with Tease.
I wonder why they turned on Tease like that. At first, they
was all for him. He was, you know what I'm saying?
went down. Then Tease had more loyalty to Straight Drop. They was gonna throw straight drop up under the bus just like they did Quit. And then some people probably told some lies on Teasy too.
Yeah, well, he gone now, so it don't matter about what lie they
Yeah,
told.
I know, but they was wrong to kill Teasy. Like I want to see Teasy get when people do dirt like his part, and I want to see him go to jail. I can't. I mean, just slaughtering people like that. That's
like
evil.
Jail does no justice. I like to see street justice.
Lord have mercy.
Ask me what my favorite justice is. Street justice.
Lord Jesus. They said it will never be over until he pays for his wrongs. Right? God gonna get him.
Well, if they never prove that he's wrong, it'll be nothing to pay for.
Well, I mean, evidently they know something because they know he was involved. Then you see Quet drop. That was T that Quet dropped. He said they wanted Yo and Juke, not me. They already knew who did it, and evidently they was on to their tail because somebody had. It'd be more than one person to talk.
But it got to be somebody. I don't know, but I would believe with the unalive and the big Juke, clear Yo Gotti from ever getting indicted in this connect. So that
well, then I mean, it would look like that guy that did it then shit.
Oh my God. We had to prove that.
Because I don't believe that Juke sacrificed himself. Juke had small kids and stuff.
Did Gotti killed off? No, Gotti ain't killed off. The people
he had him killed.
The people who went to jail.
The people that went to jail killed him, but Yo Gotti paid for him he had Juke to go out and get them to find somebody to do it. That's what happened.
Then you got a receipt.
Yeah.
You got a receipt book?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't think Yo Gotti gonna ever get charged for this, y'all. It's a wrap. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but it's a wrap.
So Cypress, you said you don't believe Yo Gotti wanted Dolph dead?
No. How does Young Dolph been dead?
I can't believe you fix your mouth to say that. No, well then why did he constantly why did everybody in his camp was constantly trying to have him killed?
I can't tell you that because I wasn't there. But no, this is Yo Gotti want Dolph to be dead.
You wasn't there to know whether he wanted him killed or not, but you claiming it.
Listen, Yo Gotti want young Dolph to dead makes no good business sense at all. Why would you kill him? And he's making you money by mentioning you.
Big G said he think Quet unalive Teasy.
He might know something. Well, if Quet did it, then if you believe Quet did it, then it mean got it. Yeah, I mean, got it clear, yeah.
Cypress, you the only person that believe in God, and nobody else do.
But that becomes most of these fans brainwashed in a way. But they don't. Yeah, I don't think God. Why would God do that?
He did say that. Quet did say that Teasy was supposed to testify against him.
I feel like Quet shouldn't have said that, even if he believed.
Why? But why wouldn't he say it though? If it was the truth, why not?
Well, yeah, it's the truth, but I don't think I don't know. If I'm in Quet position, I don't think I say that. Matter of fact, if I'm in Quet position, I don't think I do interviews or nothing. I go underground somewhere and I stay there. I ain't doing no interviews. I ain't talking to people. I ain't doing none of that.
Yeah, I don't know why Quet is doing all these interviews, but
incriminating himself. He gonna fuck up and say the wrong shit.
Well, he not never gonna get charged again.
He definitely. That's why I know he ain't studying Yo Gotti like people want to say that he is, because Quet has told on Yo Gotti, it has basically pointed. They said that Quet was the mastermind, and he paid for the hit. He pointed everybody in the directions of who the mastermind was and who paid for the motherfucking hit. I said I don't know why people try to act like they don't hear that. He ain't trying to hide it. He want folks to know he wasn't the one that did it. He want people to know he didn't pay for the hit. Well, who paid for the hit? Yo Gotti paid for it. You heard his lawyer?
I ain't heard him say Yo Gotti pay for it. He said, well, why Young Dolph from Big Three? I mean, why Yo Gotti and Big Duke wasn't the rest? Okay, well, okay, I guess that's all in line with it, you know.
If Quid knew what was good for him, he'd tell on God in them, because they already tried to get him once. They wanted to be into it with paper route so that they could send some folks to kill him. God in them ain't gonna rest as long as Quid is alive, and he know that they know he could point the finger at them. They was gonna. Oh, okay. See, I talk too much. Teresa says, who was the first person that started telling everyone? Hold on, y'all. Hello?
Cypress, what's up, Cypress?
What's going on, man? Just chilling. What's going on,
I see you out tonight.
Just stop through for a minute.
Well, I sure hope everything work out like you said. They ain't gonna touch Gotti, but I feel that Gotti gonna leave. It's just a matter of time.
So,
It's just a matter of time, Cypress, before they get him.
okay. We shall see.
Him and Quit ain't gonna make it.
You don't think Quick gonna make it?
Nah, he ain't gonna make it.
Why you don't think Quick gonna make it?
Cause shit, Gotti them already on his ass. Something my bitch didn't want to say, but I'm put it out there. They is not gonna risk knowing that this boy out here doing all these interviews and saying all the shit that he's saying. They ain't finna let that risk. He ain't gonna make it. It's time for it to be cut short. You just watch.
What you think they're gonna kill him?
They most definitely gonna do his ass in. They ain't gonna hold him for no ransom because he ain't got no motherfucking money.
I think he's alright. Money wise.
Man, he already said he want to move out of town, but he ain't got enough money to do that. He is not gonna last here in Memphis.
He ain't in Memphis right now.
Well, that's a good thing. He better watch his back where he at.
That man moving around without a will in the world.
That's why I said his time coming. He think he moving around. It's just time. When people do shit, they do shit in order. They just letting it die down. Trying to wait on something else to take the front line. When something else take the front line, his ass gonna be back in the front line.
I hope he be alright. I don't think I would have been doing all these goddamn interviews.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's what he fucking up at. He trying to get that street credibility. This is what I don't understand about niggas. You want this street credibility that's not gonna pay your bills, not gonna put no food on your motherfucking table, and it's sure enough fuck ain't gonna take care of your family. So that street credibility, all this shit been went after when a motherfucker don't give a fuck cause you can do this or you can do that. You remember back in the day, it used to be your word was your bond. You can just your word, you could just tell a motherfucker something, and your word was your bond. They don't even do that shit no more. So why do you think we give a fuck because you'll take some money and go kill a motherfucker? You a selfish ass motherfucker.
Hey.
You selfish as fuck. You don't give a fuck about nobody but yourself. And you think I want to give you some street credibility for that?
Most niggas that in their position can't afford to care about nothing and nobody but themselves. So they damn
Can't
near cross
afford to
the
do what?
do nothing but care about nobody but themselves. They cross everybody out on the way up.
And that's exactly what a motherfucker be doing.
Yeah, but people omit that part. Niggas like
Right.
that, they don't do nothing but cross niggas out on the way up. So you can't do nothing. You can't do nothing but worry about self.
I don't understand nothing like it.
Shout out to that boy guy.
Somebody said, what now?
I said, shout out to that nigga guy.
Y'all, I ain't gonna even lie. Dooney and Burks are doing themselves on their damn purses. And I ain't even know Dooney. I don't even care for Dooney and Burks like that.
I think the Fed's gonna spend the block on Diddy.
You think they're gonna spend the block on Diddy? They
Yep.
don't want to let Diddy out.
They ain't finna watch how the Feds spend the block. And his ass
Well,
is
I mean, Donald Trump already let it be known he's not gonna pardon him.
And they gonna wait till clean close time to him to get out. Spend the block on his ass and he done. He wasting no time saying he wasn't gonna pardon him. He said some not so nice things about him. I said, yeah, he ain't letting him go. He ain't got nothing but like another year and a half, 2 years at best anyway, man. He can ride this shit out. But I think the Feds is gonna spend the block here. Well, KBD got a trial coming up. Feds spending the block here. But it ain't even necessarily gotta be that.
They said it's Fed seized over 80 pieces of electronics from Diddy. Mm-mm.
If what they saying about this underage girl allegedly come up his ass too. Because no statute of limitation in the state of New York. So
Mm. Anyways, y'all, I got some things I gotta do. Benisa, you coming on tonight? She done put us on.
Nah, I had got a phone call. Nah, I ain't popping out tonight. I'm probably wait till like Friday.
Okay, I got something I gotta do before it's still early, so I need to do it while it's still early. And y'all know I have to.
George, y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later.
All right.
All right,
Good
thank you
night.
for coming up. Thank you for coming up, Cypress.
For
Hey,
sure.
listen, I appreciate everybody that came up tonight. I appreciate everybody that was in the chat tonight. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Child, to the sensitive, don't let your feelings be hurt. I'm talking about those that be looking in at these lives, and I'm talking about the people that we talk about. Okay, child, just put your sensitive feelings in your back pocket because we talks over here. Okay. For those who look in and they be mad about what we talk about, that's a mental illness. I wouldn't look at nobody that, and I know I'm gonna be mad about what they talk about because you can't stop me from talking about what I want to talk about on my channel. That's a damn mental illness. Okay. Um, but what I will say is I do appreciate all of the support and all of that. Everybody that always supports the channel and tune in. Of course, y'all know that the second half of the semester starts next week. So I got some classes that I gotta start. And then next week is just a full week for me. Like I said, I gotta go to a conference and I gotta go to and then I got some great things that's happening for like the whole week of next week. God is amazing. Um I wanna give you out a scripture and then I want to say a prayer, okay? And this scripture really like refers to what God has been doing for me, okay? And I kind of get emotional. Y'all know how I be talking shit, and then I get to thinking about the goodness of God and all of the prayers that have gone forward and all the people that pray for me, and all of the blessings and the manifestations, and God is a keeper of the word of God. I keep going back to um um let's see. I'm looking for that scripture. And this scripture is for everybody. I know that we all go through the same things just at different times. And what I like to do is I like to try to encourage, right? What good would my vlog be if I couldn't encourage you all? I think that's one of the reasons also why I talk about when I went through a depression. I'd never been depressed before. I never suffered with depression before. And I'd seen, not people like in my family or whatever, but you know, I'd seen what it was like for people to go. I never had suffered with depression before until, my dad died. But I was a functioning depressant, right? I just gained a lot of weight. I became unmotivated, um, and all of that. Okay. I would get out and work, and I was a workaholic, and I would come home and lay on my couch and stare at the wall. Okay. And so that's one of the reasons why I started getting on live a lot, not because I needed to get on live. It was because being on live kept my mind preoccupied, where I was not thinking about, me and my dad were business partners, right? And so when you've had somebody to teach you business, politics, to train you, to groom you, preparing you um, for 10 years, and then all of a sudden he just takes sick and he dies. Like my brain went into shock, right? So I got on here even with all of the craziness because it kept me preoccupied. But God is a God of justice, right? A lot of those people that were doing things to me that was on here, because see, they needed YouTube. I didn't, and I still don't, because I've always been very blessed. A lot of them God has gotten them back, and God is not finished. But this is a scripture that I think about when I think about all of just next week. Is definitely like a dream come true, and I cannot wait to reveal it. The scripture says, let's see, and it came to pass afterwards that I will pour out my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, the old men shall dream dreams. But I think he says, so I will restore to you the years that the swarming locust has eaten, the crawling locust, the consuming locust, and the chewing locust. My great army which I sent amongst you, you shall eat in plenty and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord. And that's one of the scriptures that I always meditate on. And I find myself just like within the last couple months, just praising God. And and when I think that I cannot be any more blessed, then God will do something else, right? His goodness is just, it's just out of this world. And so I want to encourage you all, like I said, we all go through things. Sometimes we feel like, it's too late. I've wasted all my years in a relationship. I wasted all my good years. As long as, I don't care how old you are, as long as you're alive, I don't care how old you are, you still got good years ahead of you. Okay. And God will restore those years. Okay. So don't ever think because you've had a hard life, you've had a hard time in the past, you got stagnant on a relationship, on depression, on sickness, on whatever it is. If you make up your mind, and all you got to do is kneel down and pray, okay? And look to the hills, because that's where all of your help is going to come from, okay? And you make up your mind and you pray. And I think if you just get this covenant with God, God will restore the years and start dropping those things into your lap that is supposed to be in your lap. I know sometimes, like, I have somebody that I talk to. I'm talking about like a friend that is in the process of going through a divorce. Okay. And she's devastated. Okay. She's devastated that her husband decided after all these years that he wanted to walk off and leave her for a young girl about 20 years younger than him. Okay. But what you have to understand is sometimes, people have assignments in your life, and then sometimes those assignments are up. Right. I know they say we're supposed to have a covenant. I've never been married. I'm not a marriage expert. But sometimes, even in relationships, you have an appointed time with that person. And then sometimes those times are just up. And then sometimes those people were never supposed to be in your life anyways. Everybody that you're married to, God never meant for you to be married to them. You just went outside of the will of God and married them. And then when things are over and somebody walks away from you and you know you are a good person, if they had not walked away, you never would have freed yourself. When you are a good person and you have a calling on your life, God has to sometimes break your heart to bless your life, right? And so whoever it is that may be for you, whether it's a man or a woman, sometimes we be preoccupied with stuff and we don't understand why they happen. Maybe the person that God has for you was not ready yet. And so when that person is ready to appear, because God has gotten that person ready just for you, you have to be snatched out of the pits of hell. I said that to say this: everything that seems bad is not bad. You got to be freed up so that you can walk into your destiny, because I think we were all put here to live this life out with somebody. I just don't believe that every man is a dog, every woman is a whore. I'm a woman. I know every woman is not a whore, and I definitely don't believe that every man is a dog, okay? Men are just as scared to express themselves and show how their naked feelings, they're even more afraid than women because they've been taught that they're supposed to be hard. Okay. So I don't believe that, and I don't speak that into the atmosphere because I know that that's not true. Every man is not a dog, right? I understand that. I know that. I don't speak those words out on every man. That's not fair to do, right? But just remember that God will restore the years. And when you make up your mind, okay, for God I live, for God I die, I'm going to walk this journey out, and I'm going to let God be my light. Watch and see, don't the glory cloud appear over your head. And just like me, you won't be able to miss a blessing, okay? And so I want to say a prayer for everybody that was on here, even though we talk shit, okay? Listen, I don't wish no ill will on nobody, but I do believe in justice. And those who are murdering and killing and setting people up, they create that bad karma for themselves and their families, okay? That's why you have to be very meticulous about who is attached to you. I remember when I was like in my 20s and stuff, and I would always stay in relationships for a real long time because that's just how it was. Okay. I didn't believe in sleeping around and being with a lot of different men. That's the reason why it's kind of funny to me when people get on here that don't know me, don't know nobody that I've dated, that say that, but that's what they try and do to Black women when when they're jealous of them and want to make them look a certain way. Okay. But that's defamation of character. Okay. And I remember my grandmother used to say, and this has stuck with me, when I would break up with somebody, and I was always around a lot of guys that because of my cousins, even though we moved out of the hood, I was always around guys that was in the hood and in the street. All street guys, all hood guys are not bad guys. They're very smart and methodical. Okay. They're highly intelligent, just took the wrong direction. Okay. My grandmother used to always say, baby, he probably got to go through something that God don't want you to go through with him. You need to start thanking God. He got to go through something, and you're a good-hearted girl. You're a good girl. You can't go through that with him. And sure enough, later on, something would happen where he had to go to jail or something like that. So everything that looks bad or something will happen. Everything that looks bad is not bad. Sometimes, like I said, God is just shielding you and protecting you. Okay. Always remember that. And God will restore the years. Okay. I don't care how many years you've lost. God will restore the years, and he'll start putting those people into your life to help you restore those years, and then give you the provision to bring that vision that is on the inside of you to pass. Okay. But dear God, I just thank you for everybody that is on this live that means well. I ask that you shield and protect them, God. If there is a need, I ask that you give them a need, provide. Okay. I ask that you shield and protect their families, and shield and protect my family. No weapon formed against any of us or our families shall prosper. Anything that rises up against us or our families will be condemned. Any witches, any evils, any witchcraft spoken out, any evil thing that was spoken out and put into the atmosphere against anybody that meant well on this live, to include me, we curse it at the root and send it back to the sender, and may it manifest in either their lives or their family lives in less than 30 days. Okay. We're sending all evilness back to the sender. Okay. I appreciate you all. I got something else I got to do, y'all. Y'all know I be busy. I'm going to try to get on tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get on tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Friday? Yeah, I'm gonna try to get tomorrow's normally on Fridays. I think okay, yeah, tomorrow Friday. So I'm gonna try to get on tomorrow. But you all, I thank you all for, or what is today? Wednesday? So tomorrow Thursday. Or is today Friday? I know today ain't Friday. Today Thursday. Wait a minute, y'all. Okay, y'all. So today is Wednesday. Y'all see how my days be thrown off? Because I have so much going on. So I'm gonna try to get on. I'm gonna get on tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get on Friday. I love you all. Okay. Speak what you want into the atmosphere and ask God to let God's will be done. Okay. God, if it be your will, manifest it. And watch and see, don't it appear. I love you all. It's been a pleasure. I'll talk with you later.